Beyond Saltmarsh is a game played by adults and recorded for an adult audience. Sometimes we use adult language, explore adult topics. Consider yourself warned.
Hey, everybody! Welcome back to the Superior Adventures Guild. My name's Dave, your humble dungeon master. Super jazzed to be back here in Greyhawk playing Dungeons and Dragons with my friends. It's been 2 weeks. We just recalled amongst ourselves. You probably heard it because our mics were hot. We missed you dearly, and we are very excited to get back into it. Before we do that, I want to introduce you to my friends, my good buddies, the Deg Gang. Hello.
Hey, y'all.
Just so much energy, just like, yeah, let's do this.
Flames.
Kirk just broke the microphone.
Yeah.
And Michael is frozen. So we're off to a great start, everybody. Welcome back. Hey, what I'd like to do before we jump into our game is let's reintroduce ourselves and say hi to the friends that are falling into the chat here. Hello, Techie Woman's Ghost. Wait a minute. What happened to Techie Woman?
Uh-oh.
She
now a
is no
ghost.
longer your concern.
Oh my, oh my. With that, why don't we start with Michael? Michael, say hi and introduce yourself, please. Tell us who you're playing.
Hello, my name is Michael. I will be playing this evening defined character of Theoderic Thalassatis, a half-elven warlock who is not a hexblade, but is mechanically very similar and does very similar things, and in fact is definitely just vaguely reskinned as a hexblade, who still thinks he's a paladin. Legally, he may be one now. We do not know, but we will find out.
And by the way, sexy artwork for Theo. I gotta say, I got it up on
All of that artwork is sexy, but
yeah,
yes, his
so
is extremely
good.
sexy.
Yeah,
Oh,
look at that
guy.
sword. Tell us what you know about that sword real
Statuesque.
quick.
Well, it's the sword's name is Calistani. They're a Libra. They enjoy long walks on haunted beaches, swearing oaths to good souls they find, traversing space-time to smite evil, and definitely
like-
murdering a demon lord at some point, a devil lord. Sorry, at some point in the future.
Hey, take them down. Take them both down. Why not? Thank you for that, Michael. Great to have you back, man. Really, really great to have you here. Back with the Dead Gang, which happens to be named after this next person and character, Rhunar Deg, played by Andy.
Hey, what's up, everybody? My name is Andy. I am playing Rhunar Deg, 9th level, human, dual sword wielding, Battlemaster fighter and captain of the Good Buddy.
Oh.
And he enjoys pina coladas and getting caught in the rain.
What a catch, dude. Look at him.
Yeah.
Wow.
Hey, there he is.
God dang, he's good looking. Nicely done. Looks a lot like you, actually.
I know, spitting image, right?
Glad you're here, Andy. Thank you for being here and doing what you do. Let's go to Kirk.
Hello,
Let's go to Kirk.
it's me, Kirk. I'm playing Byron Hern, also known as Dr. Dave McKillingutty, also known as... man, I can't think of another name. Yeah, I'm playing... Wait, I already said Byron Hern. I'm a rogue fighter. I'm a destroyer of evil. I'm kind of a... they sing songs about me in Saltmarsh.
Yeah, I think I made one up.
Yep. I'm loved in Narisban and Cybrid Isle, and I'm kind of a big deal.
Don't forget Munmerg.
Yep. Oh yeah, I have a whole entire chest of
Munmerg.
gems. Yeah, I'm not allowed in Monmerg. Had an affair with a prince.
You burn that bridge, buddy.
Yeah.
That was certainly an affair. That statement is
Yep.
reasonably accurate.
And he wasn't into me
Partially.
anymore.
That's true. What was his name?
No, you were just into him for a split second.
Lord William Cyrus Ray. Yeah.
You could probably say that the relationship was a bit like a wrecking ball.
Yeah, it was a brief affair.
Yeah.
Anyone? Wrecking ball?
Yeah, I got that one.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Well,
All
I mean,
right.
he definitely got wrecked.
Okay, let's move over to last but not least, Ashley.
Hi, everybody. I'm Ashley. I'm Minnesota Muse 99 on Twitter. And I am playing for you Feyre Evenstar, the 9th level half-elf glamour bard, and sometimes T-Rex, and sometimes Penelope Scuttlebottom, which has come back to bite me in the Scuttlebottom, because we are now negotiating with the warden of the jail that I snuck into.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's right. Scuttlebottoms. Where did that idea come from?
My brain, just like Big Wizard 69.
My brain.
Sometimes those are the best. Best pseudonyms. Well, thanks Ashley for being here. Super stoked. You're like whiskey in a teacup, just like your character Feyre. Hey, you guys know me. I'm Dave. I produce games, play games, and run games over here on the Guild Superior. And we just came off of a huge high, raising a ton of money for No Kid Hungry with a bunch of our friends, including the Games Tavern, Phoenix Iwaki, and others. So that was super fun. There's a bunch of video on demands that you can go check out. We did some Viking Death Squad. We did some Castle of Mirrors. We had a total party kill. That was not my fault. Maybe the last bit was, but anyways, it was super fun. And, gosh, I can't wait to do another one of those. We raised over, was it $10,000 was raised over the course of a week, which is pretty rad. Yeah. Really cool. A bunch of great sponsors like D&D Beyond and, Kobold Games, Kobold Publishing, whatever they're called, the Kobolds, they get into everything. Really fun. So glad that folks were able to contribute. What a great, awesome, generous community we have. So thank you for that. We are really happy to announce that our sponsors have not given up on us and run away screaming into the night. Big shout out to our friends over at CZ RPG for continuing to sponsor this Wednesday night stream. We are lucky enough to have Christian and his team support us. We've supported them with some awesome one-shots and tested some of their stuff. Tonight, we're giving away a game that Ashley and I played into game test. So you'll see our names on the inside cover. I don't know if you knew that, Ashley, but your name's been published officially in there. It's called The Cloud Caves. And it's really fun. It's a pretty much a standalone one-shot or two-shot adventure. 17-page PDF with a bunch of really cool maps. Of course, CZRPG, they do maps like total pros. It's got a bunch of lore. There's mushrooms, which is amazing. They glow in the dark. Custom artwork, new stat blocks, battle maps, detailed encounters, and if you play like our team did, a total party kill at the end. They did it to themselves.
Just a little spoiler, like it's really high up. It's really
don't fall
really
off.
high up.
It's not a high level, but it's high level if you know what we mean. Yeah, that was super fun. So big shout out to them. Let's see. If you want to get in on this action, just type !drawing. You know how to do it, folks. You've been here before. We appreciate you being here. Hey, you know what else? We're giving away a vial of Old Goat Beard Company beard oil. I use it every day.
It is a vial. I thought you were just making that up to sound fun.
Check it out. You can even see the little goat on there. Can anybody see that? Look at, he's smoking a pipe.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. You can see it on screen too if you don't want to look that close.
Don't drink that.
What?
No.
Who would eat? No, don't eat it.
It goes in your beard. It makes it nice and soft, Kirk. Someday, Kirk, you'll know what we're talking about. It might be a while, but you'll know.
When you're older.
Yep, it'll happen, buddy. Don't worry.
If you want to see me with a beard, send me a message.
Really? Wow. All right, that is not condoned here by the Superior Adventurers Guild. That is off. That's off the books.
Yeah.
In the meantime,
that on your own channel, buddy.
Yeah, exactly. Holy moly! Okay, guys, you're probably noticing that Chad's not here. He will be here a little bit later. He's running late, so we're gonna go ahead and get started without him. We did our announcements, guys. I forgot. It's been 2 weeks. What do? We do a recap because that's what it says here. The producer sent me the recap.
Are you the producer though?
I sent myself the recap. I sent it to myself as a text, email, and then I mailed it to myself last week so I wouldn't forget.
Did you make sure to CC yourself in that as well?
Oh, good call.
One thing did come up that we didn't discuss.
It's very
okay.
Andy usually brings it up.
Okay.
Oh shit,
For-
that's our thing we talk about when you need to get like you got to get like naked,
You
you have to
wear
have
it
the woods, you're like, wonder what's
sometimes.
going on.
Oh, we have merch?
Yeah, you
Oh,
need something because you end up in the woods.
Yeah, we
Oh
haven't.
yeah, we haven't talked about our merch for a while.
We haven't. Yeah.
Yeah. You know, I mean, I just thought, you know, I mean, we throw it out there.
Yeah, go ahead.
We still got the
We got merch.
link.
Yeah, if you
Hey!
want to be
Hey!
a good buddy
Superior
too.
Adventurers Guild swag. Go check it out. We got t-shirts, we got sweatshirts, all sorts, every color under the rainbow. We got coffee mugs, stickers,
Boom.
wall art. You could literally get a 8-foot banner of our logo and just put it up over your bed.
Wow,
So
that's
tempting.
dedication. That's really
Maybe
Oh
hang it
my
from the
God.
ceiling so you can look at it while you sleep.
with one eye open.
Why have
Yeah.
you been in my bedroom, Andy?
Do you have one?
Worried? Disturbed?
You did that
what-
too?
What happens in my bedroom is none of y'all's business.
That's for sure.
Okay.
Hey, Techie Woman, thanks for cheering. Much appreciated. Everybody, all the players have an advantage. So keep that in mind as we move
Yeah.
forward.
Thank you.
You can get involved and influence the game and help out our players or me, your humble dungeon master, by cheering bits to give folks advantage points. We have a little thing here. Oh, that's not it. Bits. There we go. Yeah. So there we go. Let's do this. I want to move on. Let's move on. We got merch. We got bits. Clip some stuff. You want to clip stuff? Ashley will show you how to do it. She clips all the best stuff.
So
All right,
easy.
here we go. It's
Yeah.
super easy. It's so easy. We're gonna skip to the recap. Here we go. In our last episode, my friends, the Deg Gang made a harrowing escape from the Whisperer's lair. You guys remember that? Deep beneath a derelict and dreadful district of Narisban known as the Froth. You probably don't remember that Froth, right? Well, fighting the collapse of the Froth, you swam to safety, pulling from the creature's lair various objects in a pair of treasure chests. Breaching the surface, you emerge into a catastrophic scene where dozens, if not hundreds of people had been suddenly thrown into the dark waters as the Froth literally sank beneath them. Darkness, illuminated by searchlights and calls for help from the night, rang out around you with one familiar voice calling for Rhunar Deg. It was Theo. Aboard the Good Buddy, your nearly forgotten companion searched among the wreckage, aiding drowning victims from the calamity. You swam towards the voice and were pulled from the waters as your crewmates responded to the disaster scene that had unfolded throughout the harbor. The Froth, you would discover, had completely collapsed. You raced, as it were, from Narisban altogether. As the sun rose the next day, Narisban was still embroiled in disaster response, search teams, aid stations being erected along the shoreline. Your crew was providing some rescue support to the effort, which was really great. You examined the strange loot that you had recovered from the Whisperer's lair. You found a bow, a suit of armor, a horn, and some delicate navigational equipment, all magical and powerful in their own regard. Then you turned your attention to the quest, your quest, in the topic of Captain Vincent Solana, a contact you'd sought out after leaving Saltmarsh way back when, in your effort to continue Aubric Dralian's quest for the lost city of Tomoachan. Solana, incarcerated for the Lantern Ghost murders, lay imprisoned and had previously gone quite mad. Now, Feyre convinced the warden of the Hopenter prison to give you access to Solana. You found him to be much more cogent than your previous visit to him. Unrecognized, you flashed Solana Byron's signet ring of the Seekers and got his attention. Determined to seek Solana's release, you made ready to depart the prison to seek out the commandant of the Ironwatch Conclave, a man named Trembath Pierce, to negotiate perhaps Solana's release. Meanwhile, Byron and Tenoch made their way to the Narisban Boatworks, where they began construction on a wondrous cart destined for an old woman in the docks district whose previous cart had been tragically engulfed by an errant gut punch Molotov. And that, my friends, is where we will pick up with Byron leading the way towards the district where this cart allegedly was engulfed by allegedly one of Byron's alleged actions. My friends, Byron, What would you like to do?
You know, it's a good day. You know, just minding my own business, not doing anything illegal.
Allegedly.
I'm not. No, I'm really not. I'm not doing anything illegal. So I'm going to be pushing this cart along. The docks district, obviously. You know, I may have accidentally lit this lady's cart on fire. It was not intentional. I did not intend to hurt her or any other near. I was just testing it. It was a test shot. I forgot where I was for a second. I was in the middle of the street. It was busy. People screamed. But yeah, so I'm going to get to her house. I'm going to knock on her door.
Now, as you're making your way through the streets of the dock district, people are taking notice of this cart. It's something like they've never seen before. I would like you to give us a brief description, if you could, Byron, of what this cart looks like, how it's designed, what its purpose is, perhaps. Give us the lowdown.
So it's like a two-tiered cart. Kind of like an old school carriage, but it's shaped like a small boat. Imagine like a sailboat. It's got a fifth wheel, the fifth wheel being up front. Kind of like a turning, like it turns the front three wheels instead of the front two. It could be pulled by a horse or a goat or an ox if they had one. I'm pulling it by hand because it's empty, except for all the. Well, no, I don't think we put the I can't remember if we put the carpenter's goods in it.
Probably not.
If we did, Tenoch's helping me. You know, and you know, it's special. The back opens up so you can load a whole bunch of cargo into it. There's a top area where you can sit down and guide. It's very, very fancy. It's mostly boat shaped with wheels.
As you make your way, there are kids mostly that are sort of starting to follow you down the street. You've got a bit of a pageantry associated with your stroll as you make your way into the area where the woman lives. Do you know where she lives? Did you know that, or do you need to ask somebody about that? I don't recall if you knew that.
I made mental note of where she lived because I knew I was going to be coming back.
Okay. All right, so you make your way to her hovel, her small house, I guess, on the edge of the docks district, and you knock on the door, and almost immediately the door opens. Yes! Oh shit, it's you!
Yeah, oh, don't freak out. Don't freak out. I don't have any fire with me. I'll look back at Tenoch, and then I'll look at her. I only have a small fire with me.
No fire today, please!
Yes, of course. Listen, I don't know if you remember me.
Yes, you're the one that burnt my cart and then gave me a bunch of gold.
Yep. So, okay, yeah, I'm really sorry.
Which I already spent.
Oh no! Did you get a new cart?
No.
Good.
I actually lost it gambling.
Oh. Well, I have good news for you.
Yes?
Yeah. So if you'll come outside and if your sons are around.
Hold 1 second. She reaches over to the door jamb and she pulls out a cane, and then she reaches for you and she like grabs your arm. Okay.
I'll help her out. All right. So if you and I'll lead her outside to the cart where everyone's starting to gather, or the kids are gathering.
Yeah, there's a throng of people that are all kind of watching now, and they're looking at you. Some of the kids are kind of up, like opening little doors that you built on the side to kind of look and see what's in there.
So I felt really bad about burning your cart, and I gave you that money.
Yes, of course.
Then I had time to reflect and think about how like that amount of money could really ruin your life, because it kind of throws the whole entire balance of like economy in this small port town kind of out of wax, and
exactly,
and inflation and stuff. So, but I mean, anyways, I brought you a new cart.
Oh
I
my!
made myself.
That's for me.
Here it is.
Wow. The hell am I gonna do with this?
You said that your old cart was your livelihood, and if you gambled away all the money I gave you, which is perfect because you probably would have thrown the whole. There's words. I didn't go to school for this.
Well,
Yeah.
She kind of pulls you as she walks towards it, and she starts looking it up and down. What does this do right here? What's this thing here?
Don't pull that! Don't pull that! Don't, pull that. Don't pull that lever.
Okay,
It's
well.
the brake. We're on a slight incline. It could roll away and break, and then I'd have to make another one.
Where's my son? Elvis! Elvis! Come! Bring the horses!
So all I ask is that, if anyone asks, Byron's bandwagons. We made these. They're unique.
Bandwagons.
Put my insignia on the bottom underneath the right wheel, and then I put another one up by the dash, and then I hid one in the door jamb.
Oh. Does this thing
you
float? It looks like a boat.
It will float
my.
for a while.
Oh.
I didn't go through and tar it, anything. I thought it'd be really messy if you're going to be, if you're going to be using it on land. If you're going to take it into water, I would suggest popping by the boatworks, throwing some tar on it.
Wow, this is beautiful.
Thank you. Well, I'd love to stand here and chat all day.
Would you like to come in for tea?
Yep, I would. I'd love it.
Well, come on in.
All right.
Elvis, get the horses, damn it! And as she leads you in, Tenoch just kind of stands out in the crowd, just like not knowing what to do, but definitely not wanting to go into this lady's house. But you go. Elvis comes out, attaches the horses, and tries to figure out how to release the brake. Takes him a while. But ultimately, he does. And roll a d20 for me. This is not a wisdom save, don't worry.
It's a 2 and completely unreadable on the tabletop.
Wow, that is. It is some of the worst tea you have ever had. What do you think of the tea? It's my personal blend that I've put together.
Oh God.
She's never washed that teapot.
No.
Oh God, that's good. I really gotta go.
Roll a deception check as you leave, as you excuse yourself from the premises. Well, take some of this bread. I just baked this bread this morning. Here, take it.
No, it's okay. It's okay.
No, I insist.
I don't need any bread.
Oh, give it to your friend then. Give it to your short friend. What'd you roll?
I got an 8 on deception.
Oh, she knows. She knows. She kind of gives you the evil eye a little bit. Take the damn bread.
All right. And I'll
You
give
make
it to
your way-
Tenoch when I get outside.
Yeah, you make your way out. The door closes. Thank you very much. Stay away from my cart, everybody. Elvis, take it around back. And then they kind of disappear, and you've accomplished your good deed, which probably makes you feel like it was all worth it. The whole Narisban arc was worth it now for you. All right, so after you take care of this business, Byron, where did you want to go? Did you want to meet up with the group? What's the plan? You want to bring the party back together, maybe?
Okay, so I have a couple options here. But yeah, I'm gonna lean towards bringing the party back together.
Okay.
'Cause I do have to run some things by Rhunar. But as I'm walking, I'm gonna be walking with Tenoch, obviously. I'm gonna have like a little chisel out, like a little whittling thing. I'm gonna be whittling on some wood that I also stole from the boatworks. It was a throwaway. It was a drop anyway, so they were just gonna throw it away.
Just a scrap.
So I'm just whittling it, walking and looking for the group. I think we were planning on meeting at the prison.
Okay. So you're going to head towards the prison. And just so happens, the funny thing about D&D, right? Byron and Tenoch happen to be walking up while Theo, Farah, and Rhunar are walking out of the prison with a mission. You're walking with determination. So let's cut over to you as you see Byron up ahead.
Hey guys.
Were Where have you guys been?
I made a brand new cart.
Why
For
would
that
you
lady.
make a card?
I made it for that lady.
You already paid her like 3 times
I
over.
told her I'd give her a cart though.
That's terribly interesting. We have to go have a very important political meeting with the commander of the Iron Watch right now to see about getting Captain Solana released.
A political
Maybe you'd
meeting?
like to come for that.
Yep, I would. It's a political meeting.
I'm going to try to convince him that he should let us have Solana, and we can do a number of things in exchange. Or we think of Plan B.
We could lie and say we're gonna sacrifice him to find out what happened to the froth.
I look over at the warden who was walking with us and say, "No, we're not going to do that."
That
I'm
is
sorry.
the worst joke you've ever
there.
told, and you tell some terrible jokes.
Yeah, it was a joke.
I certainly hope so.
Totally. I wouldn't lie to you.
And besides, there's certainly not some sort of strange, dreaming god who dwells beneath that swamp that may have turned in his slumber and caused the froth to disappear into the darkness.
If that's what happened, I bet we could kill it.
Look, I've signed up to kill a lord of hell. Let me take care of that first, then we work our way up to gods.
I'm starting to believe that perhaps you are kookier than your friend Solana. Lords of Hell? Demons
Well,
underneath
you
the
see,
froth.
there was a problem. One time there was a cult, a bunch of nobles, a friend of ours
maybe we should
may
keep
not
this very simple for the outsiders. You know,
Oh, very well.
Let's,
We went to hell. Someone had to sell their souls to get us back out alive, and we plan to avenge that. Nothing big.
We're totally sane.
Very simple. Sounds very simple.
I've never been to hell.
You're right. You did not get to come on that trip. You don't want to. You missed nothing.
It was warm.
All right, I'm in charge.
Yeah, our
So
eccentricities aside, maybe we should figure out when we can meet with the
thought we were
warden.
I thought we were going there
Literally
right
on our way
now.
right
Right
now.
We're going right
Yeah,
now?
my
Okay,
feet are
sorry.
still moving, at least.
Mm-hmm. You guys are heading to the Iron Watch Conclave, is that correct?
Okay.
To talk with
Yes.
Trembeth. So
Yes.
as you approach, you see these, the uniforms of the Iron Watch Conclave. They have these gray cloaks with this brooch that has like this sort of Celtic knot inspired design on it, holding the cloak around their shoulders. Has possibly some runic engravings on it, and it has a pair of swords that are sort of overlaid on top of each other. And you have been here before, I believe, to speak with. Actually, I don't know if you've spoken with Trembeth or not. You might have spoken with him at the gala.
I did.
Yeah.
Briefly. He was the one who basically told me that he was wise to everything that we had been doing in the jail.
That's right. Yeah, and then I think Rhunar totally botched a deception roll as he was trying to play it off. You remember that?
Vaguely.
That was a while ago.
Yeah.
Feyre's gonna snap her fingers and change her cloak into a dark, black velvet with a bright silver kind of crest on it. Which will be her family crest, just to kind of give her a little,
Well, and then
Nice.
Theo will snap his fingers, and the same crest will appear on it to the shoulder of his armor.
I didn't know you could do that.
But I mean, it's a really simple trick. I thought you've seen me do that before.
Is it prestidigitation?
Oh no, it's a bit of illusory work.
That's very nice.
It's nice to have a use for it.
I have a monkey.
A perfectly law-abiding monkey that has
Where's-
never caused any problems, correct?
Or murders.
But one of
Where
them's
is-
not me.
Where is Chuck anyway?
He's right here, and I'll hold my hand out and then poof, he's there.
Hey, there he is.
He's gonna run up my arm. He's gonna start picking some stuff out of my hair.
He's
He's always
dedicated.
grooming me. Yeah, he's a nice guy.
He's a good buddy.
He's gonna like pull on your earlobe and like look inside your ear a little bit, put his finger in there.
Okay.
Okay, best manners.
Yep.
Let's
I'll look at Chuck.
make a deal.
Don't throw any poop in here.
Yet.
Yeah, make sure he goes outside before we go in there.
No,
Maybe.
no, he's not. Every time I try and get him to go somewhere,
That doesn't work out too well.
Yeah, I don't even want to talk about it.
Right.
So in you go to go speak with Trembath Pierce, and he, you are ushered through the doors, having the warden with you, to sort of, grease the wheels, so to speak, to get you an audience with Trembath. And you are beckoned within his chamber, and he sits as you would expect, at a broad mahogany desk. He's got papers all around. He's got papers stacked upon stacks upon stacks. It looks very unorganized to some extent. Lots of piles. And he looks up and he sets down a quill. Yes, come in, sit. What is this? It seems, important enough to disrupt my day. Ah, the Rhunar Deg and Company.
Yes, well, some things have changed since we last spoke.
Yes, many people have died. We are responding to a natural disaster. And other things?
Yes,
Yes.
in fact, some of the people who have been afflicted by strange madness have now been released from that madness, and it seems to have been something had a hold on these people and was controlling them. And so perhaps it was not even their fault that they acted out in this manner, such as our colleague, Solana.
It's true. What she says is true, and that's Emil, the warden of the Hopner prison, who is under your sort of he's not bewitched or charmed, but you have definitely persuaded him. I don't think you didn't use magical means, though. I'm pretty sure. He says there has been a very sudden switch in Solana's continents, and he has been very forthright in divulging as much information as possible. We're working with him currently, and this young lady and these gentlemen wanted to speak with you post haste. All right, well, let's hear it then.
We thought that perhaps we had information that might be valuable, based on some of our investigations that we did around Narisban, and also we believe that some of our information and/or skills might be possibly worth. And I'll just lean forward and whisper, a prisoner exchange.
A prisoner. And as he contemplates this, a captain of the guard rushes in, brushes past you, gets down sort of at eye level with Trembath and says, "Sir, we've pulled 3 more monks from the froth. Well, what's left of it at least." And he waits for an answer, and Trembath is like, "Yes, alive or dead? Damn it, tell me." "They are dead, sir." "Very well. Begone." And he leaves the room quickly, running out. "A prisoner exchange, you say? You have information? What type of information? We need to be quick about this. If you are withholding important information that could aid myself or the rest of the conclave, that would be very bad for you, miss."
Well, I mean, we have found that your city here has been infiltrated quite heavily by a cult. I don't know. We can give you more information on that, or That there was some kind of evil entity that we believe was living underneath the froth that has caused this terrible thing to happen. And let's see what else.
Yeah, they called it the Whisperer.
And it was the one that was mind controlling people, causing them to murder innocent citizens, terrorizing the froth. Oh, am I the only one who is frozen?
No, I've got my internet is unstable all of a sudden. All of a sudden.
Everyone's image looks frozen to me.
I can hear you.
I can hear
Ashley.
you too.
Yep, but I can't hear anybody else.
Oh no!
Yep. All right, we're gonna go to break.
Yeah!
Ah!
Oh,
Are you back?
I'm back. Are you back?
Why can't I see your faces?
A couple of people dropped out again.
Well, that's
Oh,
weird.
Here they
I
are.
never left. I could hear everything.
Oh,
Oh, oh,
here we are.
oh.
I was always here.
Did the stream stop?
I
No.
froze up for a
I don't
solid
think so.
30 seconds.
No, the stream is good.
Oh,
Oh,
We
okay.
just- we
Thought it
just
was
lost-
the internet.
We just
We're
lost
back.
connections.
Nice.
And we're back. Welcome back.
We never actually left. Yeah,
Oh.
interesting. That was weird. Okay. So he looks around and he says, "Conspiracy theories of cultists and monsters. And you think this is valuable enough to negotiate for the release of a known murderer who killed multiple peoples in our fair city, who the people demand justice be served? Am I getting
Well-
this right?"
To be fair, we weren't considering to have you release him. We were considering that he died during the event, and we would never speak of it again.
Does this prisoner bear some value to you, Emil, in your investigation of what happened? Well, yes, we are still working with the man to learn as much as we can.
oh, and we are all for, helping out in the investigation as much as you'd like. We wouldn't remove him from that process.
We're, merely asking that instead of death, we are able to convince you to lower that to exile. And then we'll take him off your hands, and he will not return.
Hey, Rhunar.
Yeah.
And
What's up?
mention all the people we saved too. Mention all of them. That's good karma.
Speaking of good karma and saving people, I am willing to make a barter of sorts. I have some magical ability, and if you possibly had access to diamonds, I could raise a couple of people, like bring them back from the dead. 9 people, to be exact.
Theo, did you teach her this?
Would
Diamonds!
9 lives be worth one crazy lunatic being kicked out of town?
Let's do this. Let's roll a persuasion check. The DC is really high. You guys are asking a
With
lot of this guy.
advantage.
You're asking a lot.
I'm giving him bringing people back from the dead.
Yeah, but
You
he
got that
has to.
advantage.
So in his defense, he's looking at this like the people need to see closure on a series of terrible grisly murders, and he wants to see this guy hang so that people can be like, "We saw it happen. This is done." So it's going to be a really high DC, but go ahead and give it a roll. You're going to use an advantage.
Yes,
All right.
please. So this is persuasion?
Persuasion check. Yeah. which is your ballywick. To be fair.
24?
Oh, just shy of what you needed.
Oh.
He looks at you and he says, "Look, I understand you're trying to save your friend, and I give you credit for that, but the law demands, and I am here to provide that by which the people request, and that is closure of a series of grisly murders. Now, I will allow you to speak with your friend before this happens, but I cannot release him to you. I am sorry. I have much to do this day. And if that is it..."
Surely you must consider that he was not responsible for his actions.
Captain Deg, there are many actions for which many people are responsible over these past days. Let's just be clear that right now, we are busy investigating other actions.
Well, when you think back on this, remember what you're responsible for.
Well said and good day. And he stands up and sort of gestures to the door.
Good luck if the aboleth left any eggs. Cheerio. And Theo just walks out the door.
Sorry we couldn't be of help.
I'll
We'll
like
be in touch.
take out a bottle of gut punch. And then I'll think for a second. And I'll just slowly tuck it back into my bag.
All right,
You guys,
group, huddle
you guys
up.
head back up. Yeah, you guys are
Yeah,
back out
Theo's
on
just
the
kind of
street.
going to try and lead as imperiously as he can everyone the hell out of this keep and down the road a bit before diving down, kind of turning a corner, then doing the huddle up. And it's like, okay, we go to plan B. I'm thinking 2 in the morning.
Works for me.
Sure.
I could.
And I actually have a plan C.
If we're gonna do this, we gotta make sure we do it right.
Well,
I also have a plan. It's kind of
There's
crazy.
a whole navy here that could come crashing down on us.
All right,
No.
so plan B is jailbreak.
Okay.
Plan C is we wait for Solana to be hung, and then I raise him, and we take him.
I have plan D too.
I don't think Solana will like it very much.
No, I don't
But-
want to do it that way.
Yeah,
Personally,
it's not pleasant.
But
you know, I'd rather not.
Byron,
Not
Byron,
pleasant.
It's not
It's-
pleasant, I agree.
That's
But it's the
We're-
least likely to get us
no. We're not doing this.
on the
I-
bad side
I-
of the governor.
I find myself agreeing deeply with Byron, and this terrifies me. Byron, what is your plan?
Okay, plan D.
It is
Excuse me,
terrifying.
plausible deniability. You look over at the warden.
You're not in this.
Sir,
I don't-
Yeah, he's not in this huddle.
I'm not
He
in
was
this
gone.
scene.
I apologize.
sir, I need
Whispering.
you to.
I'm going that way now.
Move
Right
along.
on.
Walking
Thanks
away.
for your help today.
Yes,
Thanks for your
yes.
help.
Good day.
We
Good day.
appreciate it.
Plan E squared. We okay. So here's the idea. You all break him out. I cause a gnarly distraction.
Mm.
I just need Tamis, Korga, and the boys.
Last time you roped our crew into one of your plans, it didn't go too well, Byron.
It did not
You'll
go
have to
well though.
You'll have to forgive me for not
Okay,
completely
so I had,
agreeing with this.
if I hadn't broken
is,
that shell,
I will listen
we
to
would
the
be
plan.
fine. We'd be able to return.
what is your plan?
Okay, so you all plan to break him out. While you're
Uh-huh.
going into the jail, I will start 3 fires in 3 separate locations. At the same time as that, I will make a loud distraction near the keep of the royal dude.
Hi, Mike.
What's the royal dude's name again?
The governor?
The governor?
Governor. Yeah, the governor. I'm gonna go to the governor's house. I'm gonna
Oh,
bust
boy.
into the governor's house and I'm gonna take his most prized possessions.
Oh, that
mean-
amulet? It was
Yes.
pretty nice.
Yep, check
Oh,
it
you
out. I'm
didn't-
gonna hold up my whittled amulet. It's not quite done yet, obviously.
That is not
I've been working on it.
going. That is too complicated.
It is
I
very
know.
complicated.
The more complicated,
a lot of
the
moving
less chance of
parts there.
failure.
That is
Hmm.
definitely the inverse of how this works.
Isn't it? I
The
thought,
more
like,
complicated, the more likely this. It's like a complicated mechanism. Say a ballista can break at many points, whereas something simpler, such as say a harpoon, has fewer stress points for it to break.
yeah, but a ballista can go through armor, and a harpoon will bounce off of it.
Yes,
Okay,
but we are
all right.
not sieging a castle. We are hunting a whale.
No,
So
This
Rube
metaphor's gotten
Goldberg
out of
plan
hand.
is what this is.
Yes. Okay.
All right,
so
what other ideas do we have? We can't storm the castle. We can't break into the prison.
Well,
That's too.
all right. So
Oh, we can get
Visible.
into the prison.
Theo and I,
Yeah.
we've got some skills.
Yes.
So we can use some of our spells and dimension door into the prison and take a willing person out of the prison. And then I could polymorph him into something small and harmless so that no one would even see him.
okay.
Right.
And
that.
then
How
we
do
need to
we-
keep him hidden and get the hell out of town.
Well, we would need to know that he's not under watch when we do that, because otherwise, you two appear in the cell with him.
We know
And if there's a guard
It's
outside, he's
true.
gonna raise
We
the
could-
alarm.
Go to say goodbye and maybe give like a nod or a something.
To ask out loud as a player, the 2 times we have been to see them, did he have people posted outside of his door?
Mm-mm. Nope. His cell was in a long line, a long hallway with different cells along it, and you were led down by a singular person. It was not guarded with a person at his door.
So they do not keep guards at his cell. So, in theory, the getting in and out is actually fairly easy, provided, of course, they do not have some sort of anti-magic set up on the jail. And if they do, we have far bigger problems.
What if we all went to the Black Anemone and the Anemone?
Anemone.
We go to the Black Anemone.
Name this bar.
Black Anemone,
Whoever named
and
that
we
place.
just do a bunch of gut punch and get in trouble, and we all get arrested.
I mean, that's
And
a
we're
little
not
more
just breaking
complicated.
him out, we're breaking ourselves out, and that's
And we
going to make
all
the
break
sailing
out
off part
together.
harder.
I have
Okay.
another plan. All right.
Yes.
So I could convince Solana's old flame to go and see him in the prison. And
Mhm.
I could be polymorphed as a little tiny mouse. And so she could just sneak me into the prison. And then once she left and they leave Solana alone, then I could unpolymorph and I could dimension door us both out of there.
That's still more complicated than the just dimension door in, dimension door out. Again, more room for things to go
Yeah.
wrong.
It
And we
is,
are
but if we're
involving
dimension
somebody.
dooring, will we have a good idea of where we're dimension dooring into the prison?
Yes, I've already got a mental map put together. I literally could walk over there and do that right now. See, the getting in and getting him out is not the hard part. The hard part is getting out of town.
Yeah.
Because we need to do this. We basically need to do this in the dead of night.
All right.
Preferably, what we should probably do is sail the boat out of harbor slightly down the coast,
You know,
come back into
it
town
might
on
be-
foot,
it
and
might be
get in
worth-
and out
yeah,
that way.
I agree. It might be.
All
I
we
would.
all
Yes.
we'd need is all right.
If it would appear that
Theo,
we are nowhere near her, near
you
here,
go-
it would be great.
You go in, polymorph in, dimension door in, grab Solana, dimension door out. I polymorph the 3 of us into birds. We fly to the ship.
You can do all 3 of us?
I think. Wait, no. I can only.
We
Oh.
we also
I
need
can
to
cast it
find
3
out if
times, but I can't cast it during the same time. I would
Oh,
lose one
okay.
of them.
I got it.
It's
We also-
concentration.
We win over the town. And then when they go to hang him, the people uprise, overthrow the Iron Watch conclave, and we take over this town.
my
Captain, with
God.
respect, we need to kind of make a decision if we're going to make any of this happen. I think moving the good buddy down the coast, coming back
know.
in,
I mean-
getting in and getting out is our best goal, best option.
I kind of like the sound of Governor Deg. You know what I mean? It's like-
Political intrigue.
And
It's got a
once we
ring
are
to it.
done with going to this place and taking care of this thing,
I'm
threatening
just
to
kidding.
tear open the
Byron,
sky and eat people, get as political as you want. I will support you.
No.
We all have goals and needs.
I agree.
Change the
Phase
name
one,
of it to Narisban.
we get the boat out of town. We make all appearances as though we are leaving for the Amedio. All right. We have to break him out, but we also have to know that he will come with us.
He literally asked me to get him out of there. Please don't let me die here.
did.
All right. So instead of polymorphing all of us into birds, I could just polymorph into that giant shark thing in the harbor, and I could just swim us all back to the boat.
Or you could polymorph him into something innocuous and we disappear back into the jungle and then make our way back to the boat.
Can I ask
Okay.
a quick question? Do you guys intend to? Are you like ready to go, or do you have things that you need to do in town before this jailbreak event occurs? That might be something to think about.
There
So-
could be some things we could get done.
Yeah, there's at least one thing I have to do in town before we leave.
Well, then we should take care of that now, and then myself and Feyre can work out the specifics of how we want to do the
Jailbreak.
the sorceress incident involving freedom jailbreak. Because I have nothing else to do in this town. I'm going to
Except
be 100%
GTFO.
honest with you. I don't really recall what we were doing when we got here, so brain's a little fuzzy. So I'm here to help.
So folks who are watching that don't know why it's such a challenge to get out of here is because the Denzak squadron has amassed quite a force in the harbor, and now they're very active, pulling people from the harbor as the froth has sank, and that poses a bit of a challenge, perhaps in a getaway if there's some sort of a crazy conflict. So it's got to be
So
secret and it's
they're
got to be sneaky.
distracted. Like, I don't think we need a distraction. Like, there are people literally, like, drowning in the harbor right now.
Which is why we should do it while the iron is hot. We just want to make sure that our boat is gone before we do this deliberation, so they cannot legitimately say, well, they stole this Solana and then left port. It's like, no, we had left port already.
Right. I mean, we have been buying supplies around town.
Mhm.
We have notified. We have cargo that is bound for Amedio. So, some of that groundwork has been laid.
So,
Because I really want that amulet.
Byron,
Do
I should
on it
not have
in
told you that
addition.
he had the amulet.
yeah, you should check it out. I'm almost done with it. I'm gonna hold up the whittling that I've been doing.
Byron, your wants
getting
will
closer.
not kill you.
Hey, Rhunar, can I get a sapphire?
that thing was under lock and key. I mean,
Yeah,
how,
no
Dave, how
problem.
is
Just replace it with this fake one. He
it
won't
was
even notice
in the
until it's too late.
governor's like study, right? Like
Yes.
his,
Yep. You guys were there at the gala,
private-
and you saw a couple of different sort of artifacts that he had on display in his study. Exactly.
I'm taking the femur. I swear I'm not taking it.
And we are not
Sounds
committing
cursed.
any other crimes to make our life worse on the way out.
No, I'm not. It's not a crime.
That is a crime.
What's a crime about it?
The
You're
stealing
taking something that
parts?
doesn't belong to you. That's fairly straightforward.
But it's in the journals. It's part of our quest.
Excuse me?
It's in the journals. The journal entries mention the execoidal.
Dralian does mention the
medallion.
amulet.
We need it. We need it.
Very specifically the amulet that
Specifically,
is on
the
display.
execoidal medallion.
How
deal.
do you know that is the right amulet? Walk
Because-
me through this. Sell
Okay,
me on
so-
your
It's
crazy idea.
kind of an unusual name, and,
Yeah,
and
so-
he did call it that.
It's got like a multi-headed beast on it. It's got a sapphire inlaid in it. It's like gold. It's got runes all around it. I'm kind of trying to mimic it here based on what you guys described. I don't know if it's accurate or not. If I can get a sapphire from Rhunar, we have a giant chest of gems, guys. I can jam it in there. We can replace it. He won't notice until it's too late. All we have to do is convince him for like, I don't know, a day. Do you think he takes it out and strokes it every night?
We don't know. He might.
He might.
That's the
That's
problem.
personal.
Don't get me wrong. I
What
fuck
a
see
man
your
does
point,
with
but
his amulet in the privacy of his own home.
That's his business. That's his business.
Yeah. What a man does with his amulet behind
That's
closed
not a
doors
crime.
is
There's no crime
none of
here.
our business.
We will not
that
kink
makes
shame.
a complicated
governor.
action even more complicated. What you are proposing, though.
I'm just saying, I think, I mean, this is, this might be part of the quest. We need them both. We need them both, Solana and the amulet together.
Byron, roll you have wood carving tools or something, right?
I do.
Yeah, roll a dexterity based. What are they called? What kind of tools are they? Chiseling tools? Wood
Carpenter's
fabrication tools? Thank you. Carpentry tools. Brain fart.
You know what? I'm gonna use an advantage.
All right. I like it. Thank you, Techie Woman, for the advantages.
A 22.
Oh, shit. You guys, it looks really good. For those of you, well, Theo, you weren't there, but for Rhunar and Feyre and Tenoch, it looks very close to what you described. Not quite, but close. The one that you saw was, of course, made out of gold. This is made out of wood, but it looks close. That's a good roll.
Right. Here's the deal, guys. And I feel like Aaron taught me this, but he didn't teach me this. We just melt a gold coin, we drip it on top, we smear it around a little bit until it's cold. Okay, old Dave.
Wait, what are we talking about here? Are you
Then it's a gold
leaving behind
medallion
a deep
dish. We get some gold paint. I mean, that's the easier way.
Do you think Solana would know why we needed this medallion? Or if
He
we
might
needed it?
actually. Fuck.
Drellian mentions that he has been, seeking it for some time.
Yep. We
How
get them both
about-
at the same time. Nobody'll know it's us.
How about we do this in 2 steps? First, we free Solana. Then we make the determination if we need to get this amulet. Because getting this amulet is going to be very difficult to get in and out unseen. And it's going to make everything else sequentially harder once we do either of these.
Yeah,
And
Byron.
quite frankly, saving a man's life is more important than the amulet.
Well,
I agree.
so hear me out. If we do them both at the same time, we're spreading out their resources. And if, God forbid, something does happen to Solana, which I don't want to happen, Ashley already said she can raise it.
Feyre did, though.
Farah.
I meant Vera.
Um,
Yes, because if I raise someone, it's very different. It's just as a zombie.
I gotta admit that'd be the simplest way to do this. Pretty,
What, to
pretty
wait until
harsh.
after he was hung and then steal his corpse?
Unless they have his corpse drawn and quartered.
It's
or-
much
Well, they said
easier to
hung,
steal a body.
Yep.
than
And
it
so
is
He
he
did
would,
say
he
hung.
would really
Somebody out of
be in
prison.
one piece.
Unless they put his head on a pike as a warning.
Ooh, yeah, I didn't think about that.
You are. This is being done as a public spectacle. I find it difficult to believe they would not then do something with the corpse to continue the spectacle to make the point.
That's kind of
You
petty.
need
This is a petty thing. Also, he's an asshole.
It's
in
not
charge
that
of a
petty. He
fucking
killed
town.
like a
What the fuck
dozen
did you
people.
expect?
He killed a dozen
Yeah.
people. It's not petty.
I mean,
So-
we did talk to him. Yeah.
I think
All right,
then.
here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna cut you guys off. We're gonna do this.
Hey,
we are gonna
Tenoch,
take.
what do you think?
We're gonna take a break because Chad wants to jump in here. So we're gonna take a quick break. We'll take 5. We'll get Chad in on the action here. When we come back, I am tasking the players to have made a decision by the time we come back to the game on what we're doing. So
All right.
that's your homework for the break. All right, everybody. Hey,
We can
quick heads up. We are doing a giveaway. We've got some Old Goat Beard Company beard oil that we're going to give away. At the end of the stream, all you have to do is type !drawing to get in on that wonderful, wonderful action. Guess what else we're giving away? We're giving away a copy of the Cloud Caves from CZRPG, which is super fun. Ash and I played it a couple weeks ago, and we had a blast. Actually, we played it with the Old Goat and Tithalanos and Vamp Wickman, and we had a blast. And Vamp Wickman is in the chat right now, so Vamp can attest to how fun it was. Go ahead and type !drawing. We're going to take a quick break. We'll get chat in here, and then we're going to jump back into this game of Beyond Saltmarsh. We'll see you shortly. It's Beyond Saltmarsh. There's a lot of debate going on what's going to happen here.
What?
On whether or not it is going to happen and what it might be. In the meantime, let me tell you a quick little bit about the giveaways. We're giving away the Cloud Caves tonight, which is an awesome D&D supplement from our sponsors at CZRPG. 17 pages, PDF, beautiful artwork, an awesome setting, 1 or 2 shot adventure for your party. You can easily drop it into any adventure. We played it a couple weeks ago and it was super fun. So yeah, very fun. We're going to give that away. !drawing to get in on that action. Thanks, Kirk, for dropping. CZRPG also has a Patreon, and you get maps throughout the month. They have maps and adventures that they drop for their patrons. So check that out. And then also, we are giving away a something real special, the Old Goat Beard Company beard oil. I've got a vial of it right here. I use it pretty much daily. Love it. It's amazing, and it makes my beard nice and soft. I think a bunch of us, well, Kirk doesn't use it because he's not growing a beard anymore. Kirk, have you grown a beard before? You've had beards before, haven't you? Don't you have one that you can like hang over your ears and it like sits on your face? A white one? Christmas time?
A gnarly one. I used to have one that you couldn't even see my neck.
Really? Well, that was long before Andy and his wife were supporting us through their sponsorship, and I think we'd all like to see that happen again someday. So someday Kirk's going to grow a beard, and you'll be the first to know. Thanks for being here, everybody.
One day.
Now, let's get back to the game. You guys have made some serious decisions. One decision that you've made is that it's a no-brainer to rescue Vincent Solana from prison.
Yep.
Now, you've made a couple of different options available to yourselves. You've made one option where you wait until he's hung, and then you recover the body and resurrect him. Dark, but effective, potentially.
It costs 500 gold pieces.
Slightly expensive, but Rhunar, Daddy Warbucks, Moneybags over here can handle it. The other option that you have talked about is springing him using some magical means, getting yourselves in somehow, and then dimension dooring out with the captain. In which case, then hoping that his absence is not noticed until you have safely boarded back on the Good Buddy, which potentially is down the coastline a little bit, or at least outside the harbor, and you make a swift getaway, hoping that the Denzek squadron is not called to arms in your pursuit. I just added that bit. They hadn't actually said that. The other thing you're debating is whether or not to go after this medallion that's mentioned in Auberk Dralian's journal and was shown to you by Governor Tenoch Sharn, the governor of Narisban, in his private collection, along with a femur and some beans and a strange brazier with gruesome tails. So
he keeps tails in there?
Well, there were tails that were burnt to a crisp. So yeah, there are tails in there, among
Crispy.
other things.
Crispy, yeah.
Yep.
Crispy
I have a
tails.
question. Have y'all, since I was gone for a wee bit, has anyone considered further assistance from somebody's ex?
From
Can-
Solana's ex?
No,
Oh,
somebody's
from
Oh,
ex who is
Ton?
manning some boats. Perhaps if we could get a little something in a pocket, maybe they could assist in turning an eye at the correct time, or should we need to make an escape abruptly via the sea and somebody wants to stop us.
well, I mean, that's a thing, but however, right now we have a distraction already in port. There's been a huge disaster. Perhaps, other
fair, that's
ships, merchant ships are just leaving because it's like, I'm not staying for this.
yeah, it's a hot mess right now.
Yeah, nobody's buying anything. There's just
Mm-mm.
people are
Bad
dying.
for business.
Yeah. So I don't think it'd be a bad idea if, we left, it wouldn't be suspicious, but it would be suspicious if we left at the same time that Solana disappeared.
Yeah.
Well, so are you
Yeah.
saying that it would be suspicious for us to be seen leaving right before?
No, if they saw us leave
Yeah.
Big
and they could
ocean.
verify that Solana was still here, then
Here's one thing I'm somewhat worried about. We need to make sure that once you get Solana, get out of the jail, where do you reappear in town with Solana?
500 feet away, right? Dimension door.
Yeah, 500 feet, right?
Within 500 feet.
So we
where
should work
would
that out.
500 feet put us? Would we be
Yeah.
outside the gate?
Yeah, you could be. Well,
Or would we be inside the gate? Or
You would want to be outside of the gate
Yeah.
and not in the middle of town.
roll a Ashley. Roll a D100 for me. We're gonna go 50-50. High, above 50, and you're outside the gate with 500 feet.
74.
Okay. So yeah, you would be able to not polymorph, but dimension door outside of the fence line and the gate.
Now, you could do that on the other side of the fort, which would be the wilderness side, I'm assuming. Do we know it's off the map, Dave, so I don't know.
Yeah,
what's
it's
back
like if as you go south, you get into the jungle of this island.
there. Yeah.
Yep.
How do we then get from there back to the boat?
Well, I could easily
Walk.
polymorph into like a giant shark or maybe a small, like a killer whale. And I could take maybe one or two people and drag them, swimming to the boat.
Well, at that point, you're deep in the jungle behind the
And-
fort.
And if I
So-
may reserve the possibility of reserving such resources for a time when it is absolutely necessary might be a more prudent use.
Yes.
A
that
good
could be an
idea.
escape
Don't get
plan.
me wrong, but
Yeah.
like if we don't need to do that and you can bust that out later should something go awry, as we all know something will go awry. That might be prudent as well. Now it might be that Solana can't swim good or whatever, and he needs the hands. So then it's what it is. But
Well, I just mean to get us actually back onto the Good Buddy.
Yeah.
Something
So-
that could transport more than one person.
I mean, you could just take a boat.
That's
we
have-
pretty obvious that,
But if it's
Going
off
back.
but if we're out of town, right? If we're out of town down the shore,
You do it on a Friday evening, they may not notice he's gone until Monday morning.
exactly.
What if we didn't leave?
Wait, what?
They're off for the weekend.
This is
That's when they bring
Hennepin
the B
County?
team.
These are Hennepin County cops.
That's right. Most of the prisoners are wearing pink underwear. That's true.
Oh,
I forgot.
What
I
if-
forgot to mention that detail.
What if we sprung him, and then we hit him on the boat, and we just never left?
I mean, it's
keep them
possible.
polymorphed.
Yeah,
Then
and
If
then
we're
just
they
going to
come
polymorph
get
him
when
if
they
we need
come to search the boat, I just polymorph him
turn him into a rat.
like a
Mhm.
mouse or something, and
Or
or
our-
another
or our-
monkey, and you have 2 monkeys. And
Yeah.
And they
I
may
mean-
decide to blame it on us anyway.
What if
And
there's
With
a-
no
take our
evidence?
shit.
Theo's
If
been
we
through
were
some
out of
shit
town
recently,
and
so
he
worst case
disappears-
scenarios are flowing.
what if,
I
what if
Those
they
are
have
good
a
plans,
mage?
guys. You guys have mentioned like some really good plans. I think you need to sort of like start to coalesce on
All right.
what
Here
you're
we
gonna
go.
do. Some good stuff.
Dimension, we sail the boat out of town. Shore party back to shore, through the jungle, to
With-
the back of the fort.
with ninja masks on.
Feyre bamfs in, or polymorphs in, however we want to do it. Bamfs back out with Solana.
okay,
So we're in the
Boom.
jungle behind the fort, back through the jungle, back the way we came to the boat, to the other boat, and then we leave forever. Well, I mean, we could come back, but not with Solana.
well, I would say let's have Theo be the bamfing in and out, and then if I need to polymorph someone, I'll.
Yes.
the extra
I mean,
spell
however
slots.
that needs to happen mechanically, that's what we do. But, you know,
It's the medallion that seems to be
It's
the
a lot of-
real problem.
it's a lot
So
of
wait,
jungle
have we?
travel.
So we've got
We-
just
it's
real
a-
quick before we move to the medallion. We've settled on a plan for the Solana?
I mean-
we're springing Solana.
he's the
All,
captain.
all in
I will
fa-
follow him
all,
till
all
my
in
death.
favor of
else
Andy's
would we do it?
suggestion. Say aye.
I don't know.
Aye.
Aye.
okay.
Okay.
I like it. I like.
I don't know how else we
That's
do
very
it. 'cause
democratic
Otherwise,
of us.
Okay.
we get witnessed in town with
We're
Solana
doing it. We're doing it.
Okay.
after we have
We're
Solana.
doing
No.
it Runar's way.
All
Now
right.
let's move over to the medallion
I'm getting the medallion.
discussion.
If nobody helps me, I'll do it myself.
Okay.
I mean, yeah. Realistically, just send Byron in there.
Yeah, I'll just sneak in, sneak out. Piece of cake. Jump
Byron.
the fence. Do sneaky, sneaky, sneaky.
if you have
Run
to
away.
have that medallion,
Taking it.
you're,
It's mine.
you're going to be on your own. No crew.
Okay, that's fine. No, I'm fine.
It's you,
I don't need any help anyways.
solo
Slow
mission.
me down.
Just don't leave anybody as a vampire this time.
And don't get
Please.
caught.
The
Get caught.
vampire problem
we-
was not his
Hey.
fault, to be fair.
So
That's
I need,
technically
I need,
my
I need-
fault, and I will own up
It
to
was
that.
before he
Need-
arrived in town.
Do we
Yep.
have any way of disguising Byron to look
Yeah, I got
like
3 things that
somebody
I need.
else?
That's the 3 things I need.
I have a
One.
disguise kit, so I could make him look like not Byron, but
Yeah, make
not
me look ugly.
specifically like anybody. Or I could polymorph him into some kind of an animal for an
Make
hour.
me a bird.
Yeah, I could.
Got
make
any more of
him-
that beard potion?
If I punch
Just
him
gonna
enough,
suggest
his-
that.
if I punch him enough, his face will swell up, and no one will know who he really is.
That's true. That's
Maybe-
true.
Maybe if Dr. Dave McKillen Gutty.
That's exactly what I was
to
thinking. Yep. So
come to
here's what I.
town.
So I do need 3 things. 3 things. I need a sapphire from the chest of gems.
A sapphire.
1
what?
sapphire from the chest of gems
For what?
to put into my fake medallion.
Well, doesn't it? Oh, yeah. Okay. You got it. No problem.
So,
Done.
and then 2, I need to see what if Leonardo has a beard grow potion.
We could stop by Leonardo's on the way out of
Well-
town.
Or I
Perfect.
could just use the disguise kit and make you look like you have a bit of a beard.
Yeah.
I mean that could work too. Yep. And then the 3rd thing is I need Feyre. I need you to turn me into a bird so I can fly in.
I mean,
If
I
if that
could.
works, does that work with our at the same time as our plan?
Yeah, I can do that.
Well,
Yeah. So I
if
fly
he,
in.
we could
I-
say
I
meet us
unpolymorph.
at the back of the fort, and we'll all go back through the jungle together.
Yep.
Okay. It's
All right.
risky.
I like it.
Very
Byron,
risky.
you cannot get caught.
Get
You
caught.
understand?
You don't even know my name.
We don't know your real name.
If I,
mean,
don't
one-
hear from
one
you by
beautiful-
tomorrow, I will just do a
You know,
sending, and I'll
just-
ask you where the hell you are.
No, just assume I'm dead.
Just
If
keep
I'm
in
not there
just
by
keep
tomorrow,
in mind
I'm dead.
the The Denzak squadron has caught us before.
Yeah, when
Once
we had the
already.
plague.
We could not avoid them.
The one nice
You're
thing about this
welcome.
plan is that nobody inside the governor's mansion saw you with Byron because he wasn't there during the gala.
Right.
So that,
True.
So nobody,
that's good.
there's plausible deniability. They don't know I'm with you.
But we'll have to
Right.
describe the insides because Byron wasn't there.
that's true.
He's a smart guy.
Draw him a map.
I've stolen stuff before.
Who's gonna draw him a map? Anybody
draw him a
have a?
Okay.
I'll
All
help.
right.
Okay.
All right. Roll a
Draw me a map.
performance check. Roll a performance check, Rhunar, with advantage.
Performance?
Or you
Yeah.
could have me do it.
Can I rely on my navigator's tools?
Sure. Yeah,
some
go ahead.
way.
You can roll it with your navigator's tools and your intelligence modifier.
Okay. You know what? I think I'll use my advantage for this.
Nice.
Intelligence. Here we go.
With advantage because you're being helped.
20.
20. It's a good map. Farah, you look at it. You help point out certain directions. No, the door to the study is at the end of the hall, not halfway down. And you guys get it kind of figured out, and it looks good. Byron, you look at it, it makes total sense.
That's
All
a
right.
study. That's it.
Do it. I say we just do it right now.
Right, and right
Tonight.
here,
Hold
this
your
is where
horses.
he was keeping the amulet.
Okay. Okay. So
Right,
look like
it's like-
this one,
it's a-
and I will hold up my amulet. It is wood still, and it doesn't have a sapphire yet.
What color was it? Was it
Gold.
golden?
gold.
Yeah.
Okay.
Had runes around the outside, a multi-headed animal on it, and a sapphire, and placed it within it.
All right. I think what we should do right now
Was it
Because we should-
magical?
say goodbye to Solana, and
Oh.
then we should leave town.
Yes, that is
Okay.
what we should do.
Love it.
Maybe we should split the party. There's a few things that need to be done real quick. Like
I
Leonardo
have
was,
nothing
was
to
brought
do.
up,
You
right?
just tell me what to do to help.
Grow potion. We need to pay the Carpenters Guild. We need to get some extra Carpenters Guild stuff because
Okay.
we're out of wood. And then we need to add out of wood. I use some of the supplies though.
And diamonds are always helpful.
Diamonds are a girl's best friend when she's gonna raise you from the dead.
We got plenty
Right.
of jewels.
Or
We got
uncurse
some
you.
diamonds.
Were there diamonds in there?
Don't think so.
Said no.
To be honest, I don't know.
Mm-mm.
We
No,
we
we're
asked
not.
last time, and Dave had us roll, and it was a no.
So we need to get diamonds before we leave town.
If you would like to, be raised from the dead, or
That would
possibly
be nice.
uncursed in the future, we could.
You
use
guys
some
are heading
diamonds.
to from here. You're heading to Fort South Azure. Is that where your next destination is to enter
Mhm.
into the Amadio?
They don't have any diamonds there.
Based on what you know of Fort South Azure, it is a frontier-like fort.
Yeah.
It is not as big as Narisban even, and
Blood
Narisban's not
diamonds
that big.
everywhere.
It will
Right.
be a place where things are harder to get.
How many diamonds do we need? 5.
500 gold piece diamond per resurrection.
Okay. Oh,
and then
per
it's a-
resurrection.
100 gold pieces of diamond dust per curing a curse.
Okay. So math is hard. How
Pressure's
much
on.
do we need? Just how much do we need?
Well, let's see if we all got cursed. So we would need 500.
That's a worst case scenario.
Yeah, yes, worst case scenario.
Usually
we
it's
need
just
500
Byron.
in diamond dust.
Let's be
and
honest.
then we would need like maybe 1 or 2 resurrection stones.
So how about we say 2 2 curses or 3 curses?
Last time 3 of us got cursed.
So 3 curses and 2 resurrections. How about we do that? I'm not trying to cheap out on
Sure.
it though, because I mean this might be useful.
I'm just
What do you guys
saying.
think? We got some.
We've used them before. They've come in
gold.
handy. Perhaps we should have some in the future
Let's do
if
this.
they're available.
Let's do this. Go ahead and roll a d20, Farah.
All right. 11.
You, over the course of the next day or, the afternoon, you'd have to spend some time. You could find 1,100 gold pieces worth of diamond, whether that's, and you guys can divvy it up if you want it to be 2 resurrection and a couple of curse or whatever, but there's 1,100 gold pieces worth of diamonds, and that's all of them.
That's pretty good.
So that would be 2 resurrections and 1 anti-curse, or 1 resurrection and 6 anti-curses.
So here's what I'm thinking: 1 resurrection, 6 curses, because curses lead to death.
That is true.
We use it as we need it, and
They
we've
will,
never been more
potentially.
prepared in our lives. So I think this is pretty good, right? Okay.
If one of us, for some reason, dies, we can bring them back.
Yeah, we've never had this
If-
ability before,
If
but so
all
I
of
think
us
we're
are
pretty
cursed,
prepared.
we're good.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, so you guys spend some time shopping. You get some diamonds. Leonardo does not have a potion of beard growing, but he does have the potion of percussion still, because nobody's bought that yet. When you drink this potion, you gain the uncanny ability to maintain a tempo and are able to drum like a professional. The potion lasts for 1 hour. It's only 50 gold pieces. It's a steal of a deal. You really like this one. It's really, really good. I've been holding on to it for you.
It's tempting. It's tempting.
I
know,
will
I-
purchase it.
Oh, we have a sale to the gentleman. What's your name again, sir?
Theo,
Ah, very nice, Theo. Nice to meet you.
But
pleasure
why?
to meet you as well.
It's for drumming.
Yeah. I mean,
All
when you
right.
want to
Theo
entertain.
just
the-
looks dead at Farah, goes, "It's not for me."
Did you just burn me?
No,
very
I'm
good.
threatening the people around us. The implication is I'm going to sneak it into someone else's drink when they're not looking.
make them a really good percussionist.
Sounds awesome.
Yeah, I'm down.
There are a couple of potions of healing. There are 2 common, the 2d4 version available for 60 gold pieces each, and 2 superior for 300 gold pieces each. He has held on to those because he knows that they're going to be very important. There's a lot of people needing healing potions right now, so they're at a higher price than normal.
I'm pretty good on potions. What about you guys?
I'm magic.
Yes, but sometimes you need a potion because spending mystical energy on it is not optimal.
Sometimes other people will need to give me a potion so that I could then heal other people.
I
But-
still have some less.
But
I
than
don't need one on
potions.
And if
myself.
we slip a potion of percussion in at the same time, hey,
You're
Hey,
dying
what-
here. Drink this.
Potion roulette, baby.
All right.
Hey,
Listen, hey, let's just get this. Let's get this straight. If somebody is on their deathbed and they drink a potion and they start in on like some fucking Genesis drums, resurrecting the motherfucking dead. Everyone's healed
Yeah.
because those drums will save your life.
Okay.
They might save your soul, but they won't save your
Yeah.
life, unfortunately, mechanically. But they'll make you feel good. Antitoxin. He has three vials of antitoxin, which you'd gain advantage on saving throws versus poison for an hour.
Get them all. We're going to the immediate.
How much are those?
Those are 50 gold apiece, so 150 gold for the lot. He'll give them to you for 120.
I'll take all 3.
Okay, so 120 of 3 antitoxin
There are
vials.
many poisonous plants.
What the healing potions? What were the numbers that he had again?
2 common,
2 common.
or whatever, lesser common, whatever the 2d4 version, and then 2 superior if you want them.
How much are the superior?
300 each.
We'll take the 2 superiors.
All right, so 600 gold. Don't tell Trembath Pierce that I gave you these.
No, he's a jerk. We don't like him anyway.
All right. I think I should be done spending money now.
You don't want the potion of dark vision?
I have a helmet that does that. What about you guys?
My eyes do that, I believe.
How much
We're
is the
helmet
potion of
buddies.
dark vision?
Yeah, you're half.
120.
Oh man, I would love that. Captain.
Talk to your captain.
All right, we'll get that one too.
That's 120.
Tenoch, you got that one now, so you keep.
The
track of it.
only other potions that he has are underwater breathing, which you probably aren't interested in. He's got 2 of those. And then he has 1 potion of warding, which is a pretty rare potion.
I don't even know what that does.
When you drink the potion, you gain a measure of protection from death. The first time during the next hour that you are killed and dropped to 0 hit points, instead you are dropped to 1 hit point. The effect of the potion then ends.
And how much is that one?
250.
I don't suppose you'd be interested in in some armor. It's not magical. It's just, studded leather.
Are you asking me if I want to buy your armor?
Yeah, not the one I'm wearing, because the one I'm wearing is very nice. But
It's very
have
nice. I
another-
like the cut on it. It's so like tailored right to you. Look very
oh,
nice.
I know. I just
Yes.
love it. But I do have a
Uh,
regular studded leather, if you're interested.
Let's see it.
I pull out my regular studded
Oh.
leather that I've been wearing.
Oh
around.
my! It's dirty still. There's blood and gore on it.
Prestidigitation.
Oh,
It's-
nice trick. Yeah, looks
Perfect.
good. That really made a difference.
Yeah.
It's that
I'll give you,
that gaping hole from where you got harpooned.
I'll give you 10 gold off if you want the potion of warding. 240. And then you give me the armor and I'll see what I can do with it. Do you think you could do some of that prestidigitation on the dusty shelves over there?
For 100 off.
For friends? Just for a friend? Frenzied?
Well, you did cure a curse on me, so I
That's
just like
true.
walk through and with my hand out, I
Oh.
just prestidigitation the shelves.
Thank you!
Just saved him like an hour.
At
Well,
least.
you know, like we're friends since he saved me from dying. Appreciate
I
you.
did. You guys are great. You guys have pretty much purchased everything I had, which is fantastic. I can take a vacation now.
Well, what do you think, Deg? Is that a deal to get
240
Some
for
money
the
off of
warding potion.
240, yeah.
Wait.
What's up?
or should I hold on
Oh,
to
not
them?
you again.
I know. You hate me. I hate me. Here.
Oh.
Well, I,
will
don't
take
know.
out
I wouldn't
the
be that.
I'll
that
take out
harsh
the
on you.
obsidian gargoyle statue and the ornamental gemmed brass mirror and an ornate box filled with calligraphy tools.
Oh my. Ooh, let me see this box.
I will put
Ooh,
them
got some
all down
trade.
on the table.
Mm,
I feel like this is an equal trade.
this is
The
pretty
big-
good.
That fucking statue is where the grip.
That's pretty nice. You know what? Deal. I like you guys. You guys are great. I'm going on vacation. All right. See you later. Turn the sign around so it says closed when you leave. Woo!
Can do.
Was the armor part of that or not?
Yes.
Okay, fair. I will mark that I don't have it.
You have a potion of warding in your possession, Rhunar. And that is literally everything that he had, other than the underwater breathing, which you guys don't need. Now, my friends, it's Leonardo.
All right. Let's move things along.
I like him. He seems nice. What did you do to
We saw all
offend
he
him,
had to
Kirk?
offer.
Or Byron? What did you do?
No.
We'll tell you on the way back to the ship.
Yeah,
my
we have a
fault.
ship to get ready. We should get moving.
No,
Oh, and pick up the cargo that we're taking. You know.
I think
Just a little-
All the cargo's been taken care of, so the
Fritz
cargo's
has
been
done that.
loaded. The units of repair which you purchased, some of which I think Byron used for his cart. So you probably have, instead of 150, you probably have like 110, I would say.
I think we said 13 units, if I remember correctly.
For the cart?
I think so.
Let's
So
call
it
it
should be-
15 for the sake of easy math.
Deal. 135 then.
Yep, 135. And then you also purchased a couple weeks of supplies for the ship, crew, as well as the landing party, the 5 of you. And I think it was 3 weeks. Okay. And all
Yes.
that's been settled up financially, I think. Is that correct,
I
Rhunar?
believe so.
Okay. All right. So, my friends, is there anything else that you need to do while you're in town prior to these capers that you're about to pull?
I have one thing that I want to do before the capers kick
Okay.
off, which is I want to cast Arcanist's magic aura on the fake amulet.
Okay.
to
What
make it-
does that do for us?
It is
That sounds amazing.
yeah, let me did it go over there? Yeah.
Yep.
Day. Ooh.
So
Ooh,
I
I
can
like
make
it.
it appear magical to anybody who A, holds it, or B, cast detect magic on it.
Nice.
False aura. I like that. Mask.
That spell doesn't get used
No.
enough.
Now, granted, I don't know what type of magic was on the amulet in the first place, so I'm gonna guess and hope nobody really pays attention to that shit.
What
If any-
magical what magical aura would you want it to project, like from a school, let's say? That we don't need to get
Sure.
much more specific than that.
Yep. Enchantment.
Okay. All right.
Yep. Final answer. It's probably
Perfect.
wrong, but that's just.
I was
fine.
hoping for the school of. Oh,
It's something. That's a
That's,
great spell.
Yeah,
That's a
Murloc
second level
magic.
spell, huh? That's sweet.
Yeah.
oh fuck! Murloc-mancy is not something we should tread into lightly.
So that you can do before the caper begins, and it lasts for 24 hours. Is there anything else that would be, let's say, unrelated to the capers that anybody wants to take care of besides we're done with the shopping bit and the supplies and stuff for the Amadio? Hey, thanks for the resub, Jason, TTRPG Academy, guys. If you know Jason and what he's got going on over at TTRPG, you got to go check it out. We really appreciate those guys. I just dropped their link tree in the chat. Jason got in on our very first Viking Death Squad game. That was super fun. We got to have you back, man. All right, so anything else that you guys want to do besides the capers?
We need to make a big deal about saying goodbye to Solana.
Okay.
Uh,
Okay. So say goodbye to Solana. Is there anybody else that you want to say goodbye to, Farah, that you can think of
Anyone
importance? Anyone?
Aww.
I mean,
Should
there's a
write
couple-
little-
Look, there's a couple of people to choose from. I'm not kidding here. She's
I
kind of a
should write-
heartbreaker.
You know what? I'm going to write a letter to Fulchmans
Aw.
and just like thanking him for, taking me to that ball and just how wonderful he was, and perhaps next time when I'm in town we can see each other again, and just kind of leave it all open-ended.
I love it. Yeah, it's perfect. And I'm sure when he reads it, he with great anticipation, he opens your letter, perhaps in the late hours of the day with a glass of some sort of a strong liqueur and
Oh, yeah,
by
and I'm gonna-
candlelight.
And I'm gonna make it like smell like roses or some kind of
Oh my
perfume.
God. Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's before he opens it, he smells it. My God. Oh, and he opens it up and reads it, and like a little bit of a tear. And he is moved.
Bittersweet. Yep.
Yep. All right. So letter to Fulchmans, done. Cross that off the list. Anything else? Go ahead,
I
Farah.
can always message Tarn if I wanted to speak with him.
You could. The question is, do you?
I seem to have been replaced. So I don't know that I will send him anything as of right now.
Okay. Tenoch, is there anything that you would want to do other than the capers before leaving this place?
Perusing my notes to see if there's any strange loose ends I've forgotten about.
While you're thinking about that, Rhunar, is there anything that you want to accomplish before the capers?
No, not in town.
Okay. Byron?
You know, I'll pop by the Blackened Enemy and just buy a couple more bottles of gut punch.
Roll a D100 to see if there's any available. You guys bought the last of them. It's going to be anything above 80. 80 or above, there will be some available. Otherwise, you have purchased all of it and they're waiting on their next resupply.
Ooh, so
Yeah,
close.
they just don't have any available.
Oh, then I will. I'm pretty sure I stole a purse from them. Here, did I ever give that back?
Mm-mm.
No, that was some dude.
Yeah, you picked someone's pocket when you were drunk.
I already gave up. That's all I got.
All right. And anything from Theo?
I don't know. I'm thinking about just murdering the whole town and raising their corpses for my army. But
I mean,
that
that would
needs a
make-
full moon, so
We
I
need a
don't
whole
know where that
session for
is.
that.
For
That's gonna
everything.
take a
No,
whole
I'm good.
session.
I'm good.
All right, cool. All right, so my friends, let's do this. We'll start out with the heist at the governor's mansion. So Byron, how are you going to enter into this place? Give me the full lowdown and let's get some rolls
Okay.
going because this is how we're going
All
to do
right,
this.
So I'm assuming. So okay, I'm looking at it's the old fort. Am I incorrect?
Yep,
Right?
yep, the old
Right.
fort.
Okay, perfect.
Before you go, I'm going to pull Byron aside and I'm going to do a makeup job on him to make him not look like Byron. Like maybe give him a big dark beard or something.
Cool.
You know.
Can you also, use some of that makeup on my medallion to make it a little more gold?
I
Well,
can
that's what-
try. Like
Let's
gold
give it a
paint.
shot,
I mean,
Let's get
maybe
wild.
I have
a little gold
something in
paint.
there.
Because I was gonna melt a coin and gild it, but I don't know how to do that. I'm not Erin Coldbiter.
Dave, is that something I can do with my disguise kit?
You can certainly try. Yeah, go ahead
Okay.
and roll a deception check for me.
Okay. All right.
Can I give her one of my advantages?
Sure.
All right, I'm gonna give her one of my advantages for this
You
specifically.
don't want to save that for later.
If I die, I die.
29.
29. Yeah, based on your craftsmanship, which you rolled very well on, I must say, and her disguise kit ability with some paints that she has, maybe some gold colored paints. It might be some eyeshadow. I don't know what it is. Makeup. She's able to make it look really good. It looks very close. And you have the sapphire as well. Is that true?
Yep. Yeah, I inlaid that already.
And with
Well, I'll do that.
Tenoch's magical mask cast on it through the casting of the Arcanist magic aura, you feel pretty confident that this thing is going to be a good stand-in. But you still need to make it inside and get this done.
By the way, that should actually be a 31 because
Oh, shit.
I get +2 with my
Damn.
disguise kit.
It's a pretty good looking medallion, right?
That ain't bad. That ain't bad at all.
+4. Sorry. 33.
That's
My
awesome.
proficiency bonus.
33. Okay, well, that's
Yeah.
decent. I mean, that's
Why do people
okay.
keep telling me about bonded accuracy, and this is what we're dealing with here.
So, Kirk,
So,
Byron, talk to me. How are you getting in?
all right. So, okay. First of all, I'm going to consult the map because the map's going to be kind of how I get in.
Yep.
Which building am I hitting?
You're hitting the mansion, the big mansion.
Purple roofed one.
You want me to look at the map, huh?
I'm just kind of because I'm kind of trying
Yeah,
to.
I
gauge
mean,
it.
there's purple roof. You got it
Perfect. Okay, jumping. I'm going to jump the fence in the forest there.
right here. Purple roof. Look at that.
All right,
Yep.
but I thought we were going to say goodbye and leave in the ship and then do all these things. Yes?
I'm already busting in.
I think we washed that and it happened.
Okay.
Yep,
Do you
we did
want?
that.
So let me ask you this: we did kind of forget about that bit. So do you want to go in and talk to Solana and have an RP moment with Solana, or do you want to skip ahead? It's up to you guys.
We can skip ahead, but I do want to say that we
did that.
go and
Love
be
it.
like, oh, we are so sorry that we did everything we could.
Yep.
And
And the
then-
warden was there during that, so the warden heard that and all that
I'm
stuff.
not
then-
gonna visit him during that either.
You're not going to?
No, I'm not.
Okay. All right.
It's 2 times they haven't seen me with him,
Okay.
just in case I get caught.
And then so you do that. And
Right, but I'm gonna obviously when the warden's not looking wink at him, so
He's like-
he's not totally without
Are you?
hope.
Is this a thing? Is this? Are you gonna be writing me a letter later?
I
Okay.
mean, I am a very attractive half elf.
Send me a postcard from South Fort Azure.
Right.
And then on top of that, so that all happens, and then on top of that, you, Rhunar, you tell Fritz and the crew to sail out of port, heading west along the sunken shoreline of the Froth, perhaps.
Yes.
Okay.
Well, okay, yeah. I mean, all right, yes. So we're
Okay.
going to have the boat leave without us and we're going to be hiding somewhere.
No,
Sure.
I
Or
thought we were going to be on the boat, sail
Yeah.
down the coast, and then we would sneak back into town through
Okay.
the
Yeah,
jungle.
that's how I
And-
thought it was going
oh,
to happen.
got it.
row,
Okay.
Then row the rowboat to the
Yep.
other side of the jungle and cross the jungle.
Yes. So, hey,
No.
Ty
Or
Thalanos,
just
good to
weigh
see you,
anchor
buddy.
right off the coast, a mile or
The
two
boat
down.
up the coast.
So you do all that.
Okay.
You do all that.
Yes.
And Byron goes one way, you guys go another way. So Byron, I need you to make an acrobatics check as you climb up the wall, and then make a stealth check on top of that, please. For those of you that are just joining us, we have split the party. Byron is on a suicide mission into the governor's mansion to recover an extremely uninteresting medallion that has nothing to do with the long game of the plot. Just for the heck of it. Just kidding. It was in
Also-
Dralian's journal.
Yep. I'm also gonna have my hood up,
It was in there.
It
and I'm
was.
going to have my shield strapped to my arm, but I'm gonna have function of both hands if I can,
Okay,
best I can.
sure. Might make the climbing a little bit more difficult, but that's fine. What's that now?
I
What's
got
happening now?
11 on the acrobatics, but I got a 22 on the stealth.
Okay, 11 is good enough to get up on top of the wall and to drop down on the other side. Now, roll a survival check as you follow the map to the house. As you look about, there are lanterns hanging in a garden-like area. What Feyre and the others would have told you is the Governor's Grove.
Got a 3 on that survival.
You have a very difficult time finding this building, and it takes you quite a bit of time. I need you to roll a stealth check for me. This is how Byron dies.
Byron just gets lost.
They find
That
him
was a pretty
tomorrow
good
morning
map. I'm
wandering
just
in the
saying.
grove.
That was a
23 on
really good
stealth again.
map.
How much? 23? All right. You find yourself boxed in against an outbuilding, and there are guards talking and just about 20 feet away from you. And you can see that these guys are pretty serious guards. They are in full, armor with spears, and they look to be maybe taking a slight break, but they seem to then break up and move in different directions. You could go to the left and try to traverse around the perimeter of the wall towards what you think is the building, or you could follow the guard that's going to the right, which brings it down into a very dense but illuminated garden area with a pond. If you guys remember, that's where most of the gala was held, along that pond with the little illuminaria hanging from the trees.
You know what? I'm going to go towards the pond.
Okay, smart.
And I'm also going to reach into my bag and take out one of my pythons, one of my metal pythons, and just have it in my hand.
Okay. All right. You follow the pond, and it's that point when you see the description that was given to you of a balcony that overlooks the ponds, a terraced balcony, and there is a closed. What are those doors called that open up? Help me out here. Brain fart.
Accordion doors?
No.
French doors?
French doors. Thank you. There's like French doors that open, but they're closed, and that is the entrance that your companions entered into to get to the hallway where the governor's study is located.
Perfect. I'm gonna move towards them as stealthily as I can, but I'm gonna keep an eye on that guard that was coming near me, and if I feel like he might look my way or anything, I'm gonna whip that pipe as far and away as I can towards like a bush or something.
All right, Tenoch, give me a D20 roll. And
Yeah.
Byron, go ahead and roll a stealth check as you make your way up to the French doors.
Tenoch rolls a 19.
I got a 22.
Oh. You sneak up the stairs and up around to the balcony. There's sort of like two sets of stairs that wrap around and then end up on this terraced balcony. You climb up there, and as you get to the top of the stairs, the guard is coming up the other side. You duck down really quickly as he kind of comes in, doesn't see you, luckily, and he walks up to the door, walks past the door, and then circles around, and he is now standing on the balcony edge looking over the grove with the pond and everything, and you are kind of off behind him. He's not moving, he's just standing there right now.
I'm just gonna slide up and try the door real quick.
Okay.
Really stealthily, obviously.
Yeah, roll a stealth check, and Rhunar, roll me a d20.
I rolled a 2.
Nice.
I got a 25.
He doesn't notice you as you get to the door. You're going to try the door?
Yeah, I'm gonna try it.
Yep, the door is locked.
I'm gonna pick it real quick.
All right, roll a lock pick skill check for me, please. Theo, give me a d20 roll, please. And if you roll a natural 20,
No, it's
Nope.
Just a basic 10 on my
it
end.
was an 8.
Okay. An
I
8,
got a 20. I got a 20.
a total of 20. Yeah,
Total of 20.
you get the lock in there, you look over your shoulder. The guard has not detected you yet, but if he were to turn around, he would see you because this place is illuminated by
yeah.
lanterns.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
And you're just like, you get the lock pick in there and you work it for like 3 seconds and you stop to look back. No response.
You mentioned that this place is lit by lanterns.
Yes. The balcony
Okay.
has lanterns. They're kind of
Good
like
to know.
they're kind of like hanging lanterns that are on these large iron hooks.
The flames. You're saying flames.
They are flames,
Fire.
yeah.
Perfect.
There's-
cool.
yep.
Okay.
Okay. So you unlock the door.
Yeah, I'm just gonna slide it open, slide through, shut the door carefully, and relock it.
Okay. Easily enough, it's dark inside here, completely dark.
Beautiful. I have a helmet that lets me see in the dark.
Okay, you're gonna put the fish helmet on.
Yeah, I'm taking the
Okay.
fish helmet out, putting it on real quick. I'm gonna look around.
You see the hallway.
Okay, I'm gonna move. You mentioned the door was halfway down the hallway, so I'm gonna pop down
You
the
push,
hallway.
yeah, you push past what appears to be a large rectangular table. You take note of it because it's strange. It has these pockets around the edges of it, and there are small balls organized in a triangle at the center of one end of this table. You head down the hallway, and you see there are a couple of doors, but you see the door that Feyre, Rhunar, and the others told you about.
Yeah, I'll try it.
You make it down to the door. It is
Oh, yeah.
also locked.
All right, I'll pick this lock too.
Okay. Give me a roll
my
and give
advantages.
me a stealth roll, and
Very good.
Feyre, give me a d20, please.
All right.
You hear footsteps in the hallway behind, and there's a glow of maybe a lantern from the great room where this table was that I described. Sorry, what did you roll, Feyre?
15.
And give me a stealth roll, Byron. Ooh, that was
We got
almost
a
natural
31
20.
on the stealth and a 28 on the
Jesus.
thieves tool.
Pays no attention to you. You pop open the lock on the door. You open the door. Do you move into the room?
Absolutely.
Yep. You pull the door closed behind you. Still in the dark, you can make out a pretty beautiful and large study. There's a big table in the middle, and folks would remember where the conversation with the governor happened. There are bookshelves around the perimeter, and there are 4 different sort of like display cases or like stations around the perimeter of the room.
Yeah, I'm going to move around to each. Before doing anything to any of them, I'm going to just see what's in each case.
Okay. You move up to the first case, and you look at it with your night vision, and you can see that there is this staff, a short staff, sealed
Remember
inside
this.
of a glassed case, and it looks as though it was fashioned from a human femur. There's a little
Now, let's move
placard.
on.
There's a small placard at the bottom that says, Ceremonial Staff of Charuk, Plazarian Peaks, gift from Olman Elder Tigarius, 552
never mind.
common year.
All right, I'm gonna make mental note of where that location is.
Okay.
It's in a glass case though.
It's in a glass case.
Okay. Yep, I'm gonna just make a mental note of where that's at and move on to the next one.
You cross over to the second corner. There is a pedestal with a leather pouch made of beautiful, colorful beadwork. You don't really know much about it, but you do see that there's a little placard below it that says Squahani nuts in Ubuhu beadwork pouch. Gift from Alashani, shaman of the Koroshai. 559 common year.
Oof. Okay. I'm gonna move on to the third.
The third, there is a large iron brazier that has 3 short pipes, and you look at it, and it is filled with ash and embers. And there's a little placard next to it that says, Ilarian brazier with human remains, recovered from the Netzodal ruins, 552 common year. Do not touch.
Want that now. But I'm gonna move on to the last one.
The fourth item you walk over to, sneaking your way across the room. You see a beautiful golden medallion, your quarry. It's on display. The margins of this disc-shaped medallion engraved with runes. The center carved in the likeness of an animal with multiple heads. And on one of the heads, the eye appears to be a brilliant sapphire gem. And below it, there's a placard that says, the ancient Ixchiodal medallion found near the Netzodal Falls, 551 common year.
Okay. I'm gonna inspect the case. Is there a way to lift the case up? Or open
Roll
the
an
case?
investigation check.
If there's time, I'm gonna take out Dr. Graw's magnifying glass and really check this thing out for a moment.
Roll a stealth check, and Rhunar, roll me a D100. Anything above an 80, a patrol is going to work their way towards your friend. Ooh, that was almost... Oh, it was a 59. Okay, so go ahead and roll with the spy or the magnifying glass.
That's a 16 on the investigation.
Okay, and you're looking to see if it can be lifted.
Opened in any way. If there's like a latch mechanism or
So
a hinge.
it doesn't appear to be enclosed in anything. It is sitting on top of like a small little display mount. It is not enclosed in a case or anything like that.
I'm gonna rock the whole Temple of Doom. Y'all know what I'm talking about. I know you do. Except I'm gonna do it better than Indiana Jones did it.
You're gonna like swap one for the other.
I'm gonna swap them, but first I'm gonna look at it, really look at it, because I know it's made of gold, and I know this amulet is not gonna weigh that much. But then I'm not gonna care.
What
I'm
are you
gonna
looking
swap it
for?
really quick. just gonna, I'm gonna swap them.
Traps?
I'm not even gonna look for.
Traps?
Nope. I'm swapping them. Just speed swapping them.
Okay, so you speed swap. Go ahead and roll a dexterity check for me. Use acrobatics. Should have checked
Check
for
or
traps.
save.
Should have checked for traps. Check.
22.
You swap out the devices, but unfortunately, as you do, you see as you pull off the medallion and replace it with another one, there's a glow of runes that you did not see because you didn't check for traps. And as that happens, I need you to roll 8d8 as a blast of psychic energy erupts into your mind as you trigger a glyph of warding.
$31.
You take 31 points of psychic damage.
Yes.
Byron's still alive, right?
I should hope
dead.
so.
Huh?
No, I'm just messing with you. Ouch. So I'm gonna grab my head for a second. I'm gonna be like, oh goodness, whoa, and then I'm gonna look around real quick, like, oh fuck, oh god, oh that hurt, oh. And I'm gonna, is anyone coming?
You hear at that point, as you sort of come out of it, you hear horns blasting.
All right.
And I need you to roll a d20.
A 9.
Okay, good to know. The alarm has been triggered. You know exactly what's going on.
Oh yeah.
And
oh, yeah.
we're gonna go ahead and stop there. We're gonna jump over to our friends who are engaged in a similar kind of operation on the other side of town at the Hoppener prison. So, my friends, you have said goodbye to Byron as he scales over the wall. You're like, I hope he does okay.
He's gonna be fine, right? He knows what he's doing.
Oh, yeah.
I'd give it 50-50 odds.
Oh.
Oh no, we may have very well just sent him to his death. That was not a good idea.
We know where they throw the corpses of people that they, murder, just in case we need to come pick him up tomorrow.
Oh, they'll probably take him alive and interrogate him. Anyway, let's go get Solana out.
If there's one thing I've learned about being a captain of a ship with Byron on board, is that sometimes you just gotta let Byron be Byron.
Right.
Well said. And here's the thing, guys. This whole Solana thing is like practice for when you have to spring Byron.
I know.
So
that's
like
what
it's proof
I
of
was
concept.
thinking he'll just come
Yeah.
back tomorrow and do it again.
All right, so who's going in? What's happening? Hit me with the good stuff.
I was
All right.
gonna. Could you ping me on the map where the whatnot actually is, the prison actually is?
The whatnot and the so forth. It's in this building down here.
The
Iron Watch Conclave.
That is what I thought, but my brain for some reason was saying it was in the fort, so I wasn't sure.
No, Byron's in the fort in that purplish building because he liked the color, and you guys are in the Iron Watch Conclave.
All right. Well, since the map kind of cuts off, I imagine there's nothing critical south of the conclave itself.
There's probably some other buildings. There's a perimeter fence. There might be some additional like housing for the folk that come in to work the tourist jobs. You know how it is. Like you kind of get pushed out of the fancy parts of town. You got to live on the outskirts of town, that kind of thing.
The part that just sank?
No, that part is even worse. Like that part is gone. But there's a whole part to the city that's the city that's to the south off the map that's unimportant for our storytelling purposes.
All right. Theo, do you want us to just wait outside the gate and you'll dimension in and out?
Well, I was going to do it from where we are all going to be standing, which should be within a few hundred feet looking at the building.
Yes.
But you don't want any of us to come with you.
I can only take one person back with me. So if I
Right.
took one of you, you would be staying. Does anyone want to stay in the prison?
No,
No.
I don't.
Not specifically, no.
No volunteers?
No, the
Very
food there
good.
Sucks.
You can do it twice, right?
Yes.
Get in and get out. All right.
Fortunately, I
Right,
have to wait for God to return so he can hear me.
Yeah, go ahead.
We'll wait 10 minutes here. If you do not return in 10 minutes, then I will come after you.
If I'm not back in 1 minute, you should message me to see what's gone wrong. This should not take more than 30 seconds. If it
That's
takes
only
more than 30
150
seconds, something...
feet, so it would have to be ascending, but sure.
The point is, reach out if it takes longer than a minute, okay?
All right. We'll wait right here.
Okay. Get within about, work our way through the buildings to like a good line of sight to the Iron Watch conclave, but not too terribly close. Take a deep breath. Theo is unfortunately not good at doing these things without a little bit of a light show. So there's definitely like a moment where like an orb of blue magic kind of appears in his hand and spirals out runes and then snaps out and snaps in again, like encompassing him, and then both of them disappear, and he casts Dimension Door with the aim target of being within Solana's cell.
Okay. For Dimension Door, is it automatic or do we need to have a roll made?
It is automatic.
Okay.
Here, let me hit the button to link it.
Yeah, you find yourself magically transported into Solana's cell. And he is sleeping as it is the evening. It is night. It is
Okay.
quiet.
Theo is just going to reach over, put one hand over his mouth, and shake him awake with the other one.
He looks up at you.
This will be magical. Come with me. Understood?
Yes. Get me the fuck out of here.
And do the same effect again with Dimension Door.
And bamf, all of a sudden, the rest of you see Theo step out with Solana. Solana sort of like startled, confused, but with it compared to when you saw him the first couple times.
We go now. And Theo just immediately starts making a beeline back to the jungle. Kind of
Okay.
pulling Solana with him.
All right, let's get a group survival check as you attempt to find your way back to the spot where you left the dinghy.
Where'd my damn skill? Oh, they're there.
Folks who are
Holy shit, we
watching,
did
thank
well.
you so much for being
good,
here.
pretty good.
We're going to be giving away some stuff at the end of the stream tonight. We're going to be giving away some beard oil from our friends at Old Goat Beard Company, our sponsors, and then also the Cloud Caves from CZRPG. They've been with us from basically from the beginning. Thanks, Christian. We love you guys. Check out their Patreon and all their good stuff, but we're going to give something away later tonight. All right. What did you get? Kirk. Or no, you're Kirk. You're not there. Michael. Theo, what did you roll? 17. Rhunar.
13.
Tenoch.
16.
Feyre.
16.
Not a problem. You guys retrace your step quite easily, making your way back to the dinghy. Solana in tow. It's a slower traverse through the jungle because he is malnourished. He is weak. He is emaciated, and he is, although very excited to be out of the prison. You guys make your way back to the dinghy. You get to the dinghies. When you get there, what do? You don't see Byron.
He was going to take a bit longer. We should wait, I think. Should look to Deg.
If you get Solana back to the boat,
Yeah.
I could take somebody and
We
go
should.
back.
I can
should-
wait here because I can, if he comes running,
Escape
could-
plan.
polymorph into something to bring
Yeah.
him back if the boat isn't here.
So
Okay. I'll wait with
Fa-
Feyre. The other three of you
Yes.
go.
Not alone, but we'll
Buddy
split up,
system.
but nobody stays alone. Yep.
All right,
Alright,
get him
let's
back
keep
to the
moving.
ship.
All right.
Okay, so let me get this straight. Tenoch and Rhunar and Solana go back
Solana.
to the ship.
Yep.
Theo and Feyre are going to wait at the shoreline. Okay. All right, back to Byron. Byron, the alarm has been sounded. You
Slamming a
have
superior
the
healing
you
potion.
have the medallion. You take a healing potion.
Superior healing potion. I think that's
Okay.
8d8 plus 8. Is that right?
It is. Oh yeah, I pitched this. Yeah, it's 8d4 plus 8. You pound a healing potion. You're muted. That's okay.
25 back.
Okay. What do you do now?
I'm gonna jump over the table, run to the beans, and grab those as well. But first, I'm gonna check for traps real quick.
Go ahead and roll an investigation check.
$17.
There is a trap. There is a weighted trap underneath the beans. If you pull the beans off, it will trigger the trap. You're not sure what it will trigger, but you can clearly see that there's a trap there.
I will tie a string around the beans and dive away from the beans from like 5 feet away to pull the beans off from 5 feet away.
Okay. All right, you Jesus. You pull the beans, you jump away. As you do, from the pedestal, there are 4 what you now see as ports on the pedestal, vents if you will, as a green gas starts to fill the room.
I'm fleeing.
I need you to
I'm gonna
make
run right
a
through the door.
make a dexterity saving throw first. That took a round.
18.
Okay, you jump towards the door and push it open. The hallway is in front of you. You see lanterns in the great room up ahead. There are 2 doors, one on either side, left and right, as you look down the hallway towards the great room.
I will take the door on the left.
The door's unlocked. You push into the room, and it is a closet of some kind. Oh, you have
I
your
will.
you have your helmet on?
Yep, I have my helmet on.
Yep, it's some sort of like a cloak closet. There's some capes and some cloaks and some hats and all kinds of stuff in there.
Yeah, you know what? I'll pull it most of the way shut and wait till the lanterns come closer.
All right, roll a stealth check. You hear shouting. You hear footsteps running towards the governor's room, his study. They look about. The medallion's been stolen. They run
Saw right
back
through that
past
fake.
you. What did you roll for stealth?
27.
Jesus. Yeah, they run right past, back down the hallway, and it's quiet for a moment. What do you do?
I'm gonna follow the way they ran.
Okay. So you get out of the closet and you start kind of following them down the hallway. You can see that they have gone into a different room that attaches to the great room, but there is one guard stationed in the great room between you and the door to get outside back onto the patio.
I'm going to throw the python at the window to... Is there windows on both sides of him, I'm guessing?
There's just that, remind me again what it's called, the French
No,
doors.
French doors.
Yep.
I'm going to throw the python at the French doors.
Shatters.
He's
What?
looking at the French doors now.
He blasts through the French doors and he looks about, drawing his sword. And now he
Right, I'm gonna-
stands at the doors, kind of guarding the doors. Who's there?
gonna-
Show
I'm
yourself!
I'm going to run up behind him stealthily,
Okay.
and then looking way past him out into the darkness, can I make out any features of land or anything, like a tree or a bush?
Oh yeah, there's trees out there.
I'm gonna pull my blink dagger and hit the tree with the blink dagger.
Ooh. All right, roll a attack with your blink dagger. Trees' ACs are not high, I'm pretty sure.
I'm going to use another advantage just in case.
Okay. Yep. Smart.
A 28 to hit the tree.
28 hits the tree.
I'm
That
gonna
tree never
blink
saw
to
it
the
coming.
dagger.
Absolutely.
Then I'm
You blink
going
right
to-
to it.
I'm gonna run to the fence, jump over the fence.
Okay. It's a wall, it's not a fence. So you run towards the wall. Okay, so what we're gonna do is I want you to make a stealth check at disadvantage because there are probably a dozen guards that are out in the courtyard right now looking for an intruder.
Okay, so with my hood up, would it be just a straight roll?
Yes. And let's see. I would like Farah and Theo to each roll a d20. This is going to be their perception check. It's going to be at advantage. Roll a natural 20, please.
I rolled a 13, and she rolled an 18.
All right. And what did you roll, Byron?
Just a lowly 15.
Oh, shit. So as you run, you're racing. There he is! Get him! And all of a sudden, there are some bow shots that come your way. Tenoch, give me a d20 roll. Actually, Tenoch, Theo, and Farah each roll me a d20. What's your armor class, Byron?
$18 right now.
All right, we're adding a +2 to these rolls.
I got a 9.
Okay, so an 11
12.
for 14.
9.
Okay, so three shots from the bows miss. As other guards start to swarm on your position, you race towards the wall. Roll an acrobatics check or athletics check as you climb up the wall and try to get away. They're gonna get one more shot at you. So everybody roll a d20 again, please.
Ooh,
13
no,
on that
8
athletics.
13, okay. What do we got?
18 on my roll.
Ooh, 18. Roll longbow damage, d8, I believe, +2.
3
Farah,
total.
what'd you hit? 3 damage?
11.
You take that one misses. And Theo, what did you roll for a bow attack?
68.
That definitely hits.
Kill him. No, just Nate.
An 8. Okay, so that misses. And just because for funsies, Rhunar, give me a d20. As a guard
Yeah.
fires a bow at at Byron as he's going over the wall. Is that a natural
was
20?
close. No, it was close.
14.
How much?
14.
+2 is 16. Does that hit? Nope. All right. So you get hit once for a couple points of damage, and you scamper over the wall as the horns are blazing, the bells are ringing, and I don't know if the rest of you can hear this far away, but Byron, you disappear into the night. I need you to make a survival check to see if you can make it back to the location. I would like, because I don't know, this worked out really well last time. Let's go 1, 2, 3. Each of you roll a d4 for me.
Don't get attacked by a were-tiger.
I just want to
So-
double check, Dave. Do I have one more advantage? Is that right?
You have one more advantage.
I'm going to use it.
Okay. Michael, what'd you roll for a d4?
Uno.
1. Andy?
I rolled a 3.
So that's 4. Chad got a 3. That's 7 and 8. So you got to beat an 8.
I got a 16.
Yeah, you make your way back. You're just hauling ass, and you see your friends waiting for you. Theo and Farah are waiting for you as you run up.
Oh God, why is he running? Why is he running?
Oh, don't worry. Just we gotta go. Go. Get in the boat.
All right.
Swim. Turn in.
I immediately run into the ocean and turn into a giant shark.
Did she just?
Don't worry about it. Just get on. Grab her dorsal fin.
Yeah, okay.
Swims away.
Yeah. I'll
Reach out
grab
a
the
hand
other
for
side
Theo.
of the dorsal fin.
Nice.
And I will swim towards the ship.
Nice.
As
You
we're
guys.
swimming, I'm gonna hold up the beans to Theo. Check it out, dude.
The fuck are those?
Dude, these are sweet.
You have no idea what they are, do you?
I'm pretty sure they said it would turn something into a squirrel or something, but watch
And
this. I'm
Theo
gonna
just
feed one
dead
to
ass
Chuck.
stares at him, face being washed by waves and, the surf as they go on the back of this, crazy giant shark. It just stares at Byron.
I'm gonna feed one of those beans to Chuck, and he's gonna turn into a squirrel.
Yeah, he immediately turns into a squirrel. He kind of gets up. He goes into your shirt, down inside your clothes.
Am I right or am I right? Theo, is this not the coolest thing ever? I shot at.
We'll talk about this when we're done riding the giant shark.
As you all make it back to the boat, first the three of you that are in the dinghy, and then maybe an hour-ish later, the other three of you that are, well, two of you that are riding on a shark, make your way back. You get to the Good Buddy, and there's the Good Buddy. It's there waiting for you just where you left it. But there's another ship that's been pulled up alongside of it. As you tie the dinghy off and climb up the scaffolding, the rope scaffolding to get up onto the deck.
As that happens, as I see that other ship, I polymorph Byron into a monkey. Which means that everything on his person also polymorphs into the monkey.
A monkey riding a shark. I like this.
Two
I'm
monkeys.
here for this.
No, I'm not.
here for this.
I mean, as I get to like the rope, because I can't polymorph two things at the same time. So I turn to Feyre. He turns into a monkey with all of his stolen goods also polymorphed into a monkey.
Size-wise, relative to Chuck, is he the same size as Chuck?
Yeah,
Bigger
I'll say
or?
the same
Oh,
size as
yeah.
Chuck
But
would
Chuck's
be.
a squirrel, so it's
Right,
a monkey
so-
and a squirrel.
Right.
I love this.
I
Yes,
love all of
Tenoch.
this.
Yeah.
But don't we have a time dilation issue right now?
No, we don't.
We all get back to the boat at the same time?
No, so some of you got back a little bit earlier.
Yep.
Yep. But the shark
That's-
swims faster than the boat does, than the boat paddles. So that works. It all works out. Don't worry about it. So you get to the ship.
I passed the dinghy as a shark.
It took us an hour to
You'll be okay. You'll be all right.
roll the
Just
boat
roll
back?
with it. Roll with it. You'll be good. You guys get back to the ship, and there's another ship there now. Faraz, you climb aboard. You recognize the ship right away. It's the Lanthian.
Is that Tarn's ship?
It is. And in
good.
fact, Tarn is standing on deck. Well, I guess you have made quite an exit. Huh, Deg? Oh! Farah,
Tarn?
I thought perhaps you would try to leave town quickly.
Well, we saw the disaster and we felt like we didn't need to be there anymore. So we just wanted to get out of the harbor with all the dead bodies and such.
Pardon me. Captain, who is this?
These are the Red Crows. I think you might remember them from Saltmarsh.
Ah, yes!
Oh!
We have
Who
met
gave them a
before.
ship? Who did you get the ship from?
We've had the ship the whole time, my friend. What? Are you kidding?
Hey,
Oh,
now
look,
work for the
I've
Denzak
had-
Squadron.
A strange few months. I apologize.
Oh, we all have. Am I right? It's been weird here. All this stuff happening, the natural disaster occurring. I mean, you leaving town so quickly. I mean, it could be construed as perhaps a little premature exit from the port. But I came to warn you because I care about you, all of you. And he kind of looks at you, Farah. As you know, I have been employed by the Denzak Squadron, the governor, and there is some concern about perhaps what has happened in the froth, and some of the other captains are speaking of the good buddy. No, I was lucky enough to see you leave port earlier. I've been keeping an eye on your ship, of course, to warn you.
Uh-huh.
Speaking of us, how?
There is some rumors, I would say, of perhaps your involvement with what happened in the froth. Some of the investigations that you have been doing over the past week.
Well, I hardly think that one crew could sink a whole island.
Agreed, I'm not here to judge you. I'm only here to warn you and to give you a gift. As a, how shall I say? No, I think we're beyond that.
And just Theo makes a pouty face.
I have something for you, Farah. And Deg and the rest of you, of course. He walks forward and he pulls out a small leather satchel and hands it to you, Farah. This could...
Grab it.
Get out of here! And he slaps at you.
He's part of the crew. Don't mind him.
No, powder monkey.
You can keep a head start in a bag?
What is it? I mean, did I get it back from Byron?
That's up to you.
I mean, Byron?
But I'd check it out first.
So Monkey Byron unravels this leather bundle and lays it on the ground, and you can see that it is a banner of the Denzak squadron. It is a flag. He says to you, this will perhaps help guide you out of here so you can avoid problems, but they will be looking for you. So I just wanted to warn you because, like I said, I care about you.
Thank you. and I'll step forward and I'll give him a kiss on his cheek.
Oh.
And
Oh. Well.
I appreciate it.
Yes, I'm sorry how things went, Farah, but that is how things went. I must go. I am under the employ of the governor and the Denzak squadron, but they will be after you. I encourage you to depart quickly, and in a time of need, fly this flag. It may get you out of trouble. It has done so for me many times. And he winks at you, Deg.
Hern, are you saying that even before we left, we were under suspicion?
You have been under suspicion for the last couple of days, my friends. The investigations,
We asked questions.
many questions were asked.
You do remember what I warned you about in town, correct?
Of course I do.
People that might be involved in this?
Yes.
Top man.
By the way,
The cult was everywhere.
we did kill the monster. The one that was making everyone.
Ha! I knew it! We had a bet. We had a pool going. I thought it was you. I figured it was all of you. You're so good. We did.
It died.
Well, someday perhaps we'll fight alongside each other.
I told you, we were gonna go save the town. And
Well, we appreciate this, Tarn.
quite,
Of course.
it was a little messy, but that wasn't us. We didn't do that.
No, of
But-
course not.
but we-
Ha!
But we got the creature that did.
Well, you have done good, but people think you did bad. So there's that.
It's time for us
Yes.
all to take our leaves.
Agreed. Gentlemen, sail well. May the wind be at your backs. Farah, could I have a word?
Sure.
Just alone, perhaps.
Well, I mean, we are on a ship. I don't know how alone we can be, but I'll walk over to the side of the ship.
Yeah, there's like a gangplank across to the other ship, and you can see like some of the other crew of the Lantian kind of looks over and waves at you, and you recognize some of them. You recognize Dizzy, the little gnome, who he's always kind of grumpy, but he kind of looks over and he's got a smile on his face. Kinto, who is this blonde-haired, slim, well-kept male, human male. Kind of looks elven in features, the best dressed of the crew, and he kind of does a little bit of a bow and a flourish to you. These are people that you know pretty well. But Tarn says, I will say this one more time, Feyre, you always have a home with us here. If you would join us again.
I don't know. I'm gonna go save the world. But,
Yes.
you know, I appreciate that I'm still welcome. And I am sorry that I couldn't stay, and I'm sorry for the miscommunication of it all. But maybe someday when this is all over, who knows?
Yes, of course. Our paths have crossed twice now. There's no telling how many more times they will cross. I hope many. Well, he reaches out his hand as if to kind of take your hand in a handshake.
Okay, I'll hand him my hand.
And he kind of pulls it and just kisses it. Best of luck to you in saving the world. I'll run some interference for you and the crew. And he bows, gives you a nice Tarn Turborn flourish, and turns and steps back aboard the Lanthian, and they pull the gangplank back. And he doesn't look back at you. He just kind of walks back up to the helm of the ship, and they push off.
I look over the side, and I pinpoint out where his girlfriend is, and I nod and I wave.
Dave, was Solana on board with us?
Yeah, you've got Solana.
Okay.
Yep. I mean, it was all, and Turborn saw everything because he was there when you guys got back. So, nevertheless, you now have the Denzak Squadron's Jolly Roger, which I've got up on the map there for you to check out. So that is on a flag that you have as a potential tool in the future. And you guys are now, it's the middle of the night. You hoist anchor and you head west.
Yes.
Heading into the darkness and headed for South Fort Azure on the Amadio coast, it sounds like. The night is clear. The stars are bright. And you know that you have to put distance, even though typically you probably don't want to sail at night. You need to move. So
we're going to be sailing at night for a little bit.
Yep. So whoever is helming the ship, I need someone to do a navigation check. I think usually that's the captain does a navigation check. And then we'll need a piloting check from, I think, Theo, you typically are the helmsman.
Indeedly doodly.
As we leave Narisban, my friends, we've been in Narisban for, holy shit, like 20 sessions. I literally thought we'd be there for 5 sessions. And that's just kind of what happened. And it was beautiful.
It almost lasted a week, and we're already fleeing.
It was, yeah, right.
Another city.
It was in game. It was a week, like probably less than a week. I love that.
They didn't get us kicked out of this one, I swear.
Well, we all.
Okay.
There's your time disruption, Chad. It's like in real life, it's been like what, months, and then in the game, it's been like 5 days.
Yep.
All right, what'd you guys get?
Hold on, I'm trying to. Roll 20 is not cooperating. I don't know what I roll to do the check.
It would be a navigations check. So you have navigator's tools.
Yes.
Yep. So go ahead and roll.
And we get advantage. We get some sort of advantage from our fancy new elven.
You would have
device.
to attune to it first.
Well, never mind.
But I get a +1 to my check if I have a map of the destination.
And you do have a chart of the Amadio coast. Yep.
Okay. So what skill do I roll that with?
Go ahead and roll it with intelligence.
Okay.
As your base. And then Theo, you'll be rolling a piloting check with dexterity, I would say.
That's a 25.
And I think you get a bonus. You get a +1 or a +2 from.
Oh yeah, 26.
Yep. So because of the navigation check is a success, you get a bonus to your roll +2. Oh shit!
That'll bring my
Nice.
total to 26.
Hey Doc, thank you so much for the
Two
bits,
26s.
the cheering. We appreciate it. We just escaped, we think, Narisban for the
We're
most
certainly
part.
making a break for it.
We
Yeah, with
made it.
the help of an old lover.
We'll see.
While this is all happening, Theo at one point is just gonna like motion Feyre over as he's like turning the wheel and doing stuff. She goes, "How long was I gone?"
Almost 5 days.
Yeah, almost a week.
How
now.
many hearts did you break?
Oh, well, I had a head start.
But you knew him from before.
Yes.
Yeah, she used to be a red crow.
So after they
Before we
left
met them.
Saltmarsh, but before now or before
Before Saltmarsh.
they went to Saltmarsh?
Yeah, before we
Um,
met them.
Before you all ran into them in some kind of fight club.
That was like 3
Well,
weeks. ago.
technically we ran into him on a beach when everyone but me was dead, but that was a very different
Yeah.
point in history.
Oh, I wasn't there then.
I know
It
it
was
would.
like a
I would be very hard to forget you if it had been.
It was a little after I died.
You died?
Oh my god.
You
I
didn't.
forgot
Know,
about
they
some of
didn't tell
that.
you about the. So I met Captain Deg, and his 2 other companions because I was hired to return their corpses back to Saltmarsh after they were reported dead in the field.
Yeah.
Skull Dunes.
Well,
Skull
Told you he was a
Dunes.
necromancer.
And when I got there, they
Wow.
weren't dead. So I'm
Lucky.
still fuzzy on what happened.
So a lot of skeletons.
No,
arrows.
I'm not fuzzy on the how the death
hmm.
happened.
Okay.
It's more of the how you stopped being dead. That's very unusual and takes a lot of arcane prowess, gesturing at Feyre. So I'm still a little concerned. Erin, in fact, had been cursed by it, which of course caught up with us, and that's why we're in hell. And Farendir
Yeah.
is a vampire now. Fuck. So you're the only one left from that. So
Great recap.
What's
You-
a
How-
vampire?
how
Have a
are you
curse
doing, Captain?
Need to relieve
When-
you of
When
with
I
some
died,
diamond dust. You feel anything weird?
when I died,
Hey, what?
I came to and I started fighting myself. And I lost. And when I woke up, I met Theo.
Hmm.
Of course, then
Sounds like you still
had-
lost.
I had this journal that I couldn't stop writing in until a cleric removed a curse.
So you're all good now. Clean bill of health and all that.
Yeah, much better now. And
we still don't know what actually happened, though. So that's just hanging out there over our head, like the many swords of Damocles that sway gently in the breeze.
well, it had something to do with that same god that the cultists were worshiping.
That's
So,
not making it any less of a sword of Damocles.
Cult's god gave you a solid?
No, it cursed me.
Oh. all right.
Which this cult? Different cult?
Yeah, I believe it's called the Elder.
Elemental evil.
The Elder Elemental Eye.
Yeah,
Yes,
you know
that
that
one.
inverted triangle that we keep seeing everywhere.
Wait, did you guys see the inverted triangle when you were doing? Also, what the
Yeah.
hell happened beneath the fucking ground? Like,
We went after the
No.
cultists. We found
We
their
f-
temple. We went after them. We fought them.
And there was
Killed a
this
bunch of them.
giant, like mind-bending creature that was psychic
It's
and
the
it would,
aboleth,
like, put
yes.
thoughts in your head,
Mhm.
and then we killed that, and then we left.
We killed that, and then everything started collapsing around us.
Yeah, that wasn't us. It just, I
In-
guess maybe its psychic energy was
no,
holding
it's-
everything
it
together.
is a
I don't
load-bearing
know.
monster. These things happen.
When we got to
Um,
the surface, we found out that it collapsed half the froth.
Should have used better contractors.
Well,
Right.
Hey,
I
that,
mean, we didn't mean for
okay.
it to happen, but it happened. You know.
I mean, we didn't even do any damage to like the inside or the walls or anything. It just started crumbling apart.
Yeah, we didn't.
I believe
blow
you. You don't have to
anything up
convince
or-
me that you didn't do anything.
While they're all having this conversation, I'm going to pull Solana aside, off into a quiet corner of the boat, and I'm going to reach into my bag of holding and dump out the blue cube in front of him.
I'm watching closely.
Clunk, clunk.
We're not near them.
What?
Yeah, weren't you
What?
off with these guys?
It's a 4-foot cube.
In front of the crew, Byron.
Yeah.
The captain is omnipresent.
I'm going to
Like
be
a-
keeping an eye on
He's
Solana.
like a drill sergeant. He's
Yeah,
Can't
so I'm
pull
gonna-
Solana away
I'm
from
gonna
me,
dump
though.
it out in front of Solana. I'm gonna be like Solana. Well,
Ugh.
first I'm a monkey. Can I? I'm gonna hit my
If
head against the
it's-
ground, so I turn back into Byron.
What?
If it's been an hour, then you would naturally turn back, but
Oh, okay. And then I'll be like Solana.
Who are you?
I'm Byron Hern. I was sent here by.
How did you get this box?
This box was recovered from Aubrek Dralian's estate. I was sent by Nasir Kairathi and Grad Sewell to find out what happened to Aubrek Dralian.
You are a seeker then?
Yes.
He rolls up his sleeve on his right arm, and you see a tattoo of the seeker emblem on his arm. And then he rolls it back down before anybody else can see it.
Captain saw it.
I've been sent to continue Aubrek's research into the Amedio. Oa-chan, I read in his journal. I have talked to the crew. I've talked to Rhunar and Theo and Tenoch and Feyre. I've told them who I am and about our organization. There's a lot I don't understand yet. I haven't fully decoded his journal, but I know I need your help. And I knew, and I'll reach into my pocket and I'll pull out the Ixocoatl amulet.
Ah,
I
you
know this
recovered
was-
the amulet.
Yeah, it was meant. Do you know how to open the box? I know it was meant for you.
Of course. Of course I know how to open the box.
What's in it?
I don't know. It was sent to me and lost, I thought. The Emperor of the Waves having sunk or been destroyed.
Rhunar Deg, the captain of this ship, recovered it with a crew that he has since moved on from. It was before my time, but I was able to recover it from his estate after he died.
Well, would you like to open it then? I suppose.
Right. Yeah. I think it's time. I've been carrying it around for far too long.
It's quite simple. You just need the power word to open it.
Guess it. Is it Ixocoatl? What's the name of his dog?
Tildavarius.
Olivarius.
As you say that word, the box starts to glow brightly blue. It shines and shimmers, almost like blinding light. The rest of you see this and turn to look at it, but turn away as it starts to... It opens and it flaps where there was no seams or anything on this box. It opens up, revealing two things. A sealed envelope and a map fragment. The envelope, as you look at it on the front of the envelope, says Vincent.
I will grab the envelope and I will hand it to Vincent.
Say, you're not Vincent.
He takes the envelope and opens it, and he reads the contents of the letter, and you watch as he just begins to weep. The realization that his longtime friend Aubrek Dralian has died. It is a letter penned in Dralian's handwriting. and apparently it is quite personal. He drops the letter on the deck and walks to the bow to be by himself. You see the letter just sitting there on the ground. You could look at it if you'd like. And then there is a map fragment. And Rhunar, you look at the map fragment. It looks as if it is in the same stylization as the map fragment that you recovered from Charlotte Voldchek oh so long ago aboard the Black Trident.
I'm beelining over there.
I'm gonna grab the letter before Rhunar can grab it, and I'm gonna put it back in its
map
envelope.
fragment.
Okay.
Rhunar doesn't care about the letter.
I'm gonna just put the letter in my pocket and just not even look at it.
Byron,
Okay.
We need to take this inside.
Yeah, I know.
Is that all that was in that giant box?
Seems like overkill.
A lot.
It's
I don't know.
probably not.
And as you have recovered these items, you have unlocked a box that you have carried with you literally since the third episode of the very first season of when we started this campaign, which we thought was going to be a one-shot or like a mini arc. And Chad and Andy and a couple other people were game to play at the beginning of the pandemic. And we played Salvage Operation, which was one of the adventures in the Ghost of Saltmarsh campaign book. And it had this box that had no other explanation. This guy named Aubric Dralian that had no connection to anything. And we turned it into a campaign. You guys have unlocked the box. You have the map. You're going to move inside to have a conversation. Byron has recovered the letter and tucked it in his lapel, so to speak. And we're going to go ahead and stop there as some things are going to be revealed next time as we dive into this. We're also going to experience what we call a leveling of upness, as each of you will become 10th level when we start the next session. So we'll go ahead and get into that. In the meantime,
What?
folks, we're gonna give away some shit. We're gonna give away some beard oil from Old Goat Beard Company, and we're also going to give away some content, Cloud Caves, from our friends at CZ RPG. The good people who have sponsored us. These two businesses have been awesome and have helped us out. So !drawing to get in on the action. And we will make that happen in just a second. Guys, congratulations. You made it out of Narisban. You have finally unlocked the box using the name. I feel like someone said, like, what's the dog's name at some point? Because there was an art. There was a mention of the dog dying in the journal entries.
And we were looking for a keyword, and I'm like, that's such a weird fact.
Hildevarius. Yep.
Would we have known the dog's name? I don't think so, right?
Nope. You would not have known that. Not likely. You could have potentially rolled to see, but it would have been really hard. Congratulations. Nice job, guys. That's a big step. Those two items are potentially important for whatever you end up doing next. So we'll see what happens. Yeah. Let's do this. Let's give some stuff away. Ashley, if you wouldn't mind doing the 5-second countdown. The first winner is going to be able to choose whether they want the Cloud Caves content or they want the beard oil. So go ahead, Ashley.
All right. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and go.
ADMGJR79 has won the giveaway. ADMJR79, congratulations. Let us know if you would like the 5th edition D&D content, or if you'd like to get some beard oil, some beautiful, beautiful beard oil to keep your beard or someone else's beard soft and supple. And then let's see, is ADMJR still here? Let us know if you're here. Otherwise, we will draw someone else.
I don't see them in the chat.
All right, let's go ahead and draw another 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Wandering Endlessly. Wandering Endlessly has won the giveaway. If you're here, please let us know so we can give you stuff, some free stuff.
Stop your wandering and come back.
That's right. Wandering endlessly. Let's do
There's
another
a
one.
Song there, yeah.
Techie woman, wandering us endlessly. Hey, so
Sorry, in a
here we
commercial.
go. Wandering endlessly. Would you like to have the beard oil, or would you like to have the 5th edition Cloud Caves content? Let us know. And then we've got Techie woman one. All right. Wandering endlessly. What would you like?
They're in commercials. They
Give
might
us
not
a
have heard
shout
you.
out. I think they can maybe they can't hear
It's a
us.
They
bad
want the
time for
Cloud Cave.
commercial.
Okay, they want the Cloud Cave.
All right, so that works out. So Techie Woman is going to get the beard oil, and Wandering Endlessly is going to get the Cloud Caves, and we are going to find someone to raid here. I can't wait to raid. We're going to raid a friend. Let's see who's running their
I'm
games.
raiding.
Let's go.
You know I'm raiding.
Dead Aussie Gamer.
Dead Aussie
Let's do it.
Gamer.
All right, everybody. Thank you so much for being here. We appreciate you. We'll be back next week with more Beyond Saltmarsh and figure out what the heck this letter and this map mean, maybe. We'll see. Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Hey.
Bum, ba-da-bum, 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 ba-da-bum.